Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jock.
Opie and Anthony.
The biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
All right, we get it.
We're retarded, broken down people.
You want to shoot people, and I want to hook her, and you can't stop picking your dumb hand. He's fat and retarded. Steve's incompetent. Ben's a drunk. Dan hates his mother.
And then the audience is just the drooling mongoloids that are chained to the wall.
I can't believe the choice of humor. Do you think that's funny?
Make a pie, broad.
So we're like a little better than them.
It makes us feel better about ourselves.
Absolutely. We definitely make fun of people that can't fight back.
Can't fight back.
They're going to listen.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Ooh, I thought that was a sound effect. Hope you're doing a little nose blowing, huh?
Yeah, that's normal. Have an allergy attack that lasts 24 hours. Actually, much better today. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. We have lots going on today.
It's so festive in here.
Yeah, thanks. We're just never on the same page with this radio show, I gotta tell you. All over the studio is a birthday celebration, saying happy 30th birthday. I didn't want to make a big deal about my 30th birthday, but
yeah, your 30th birthday.
Why are you laughing, man? It says it on the balloons.
I see all the balloons
on the
and
streamers
the sign and everything.
Everyone's getting a happy 30th birthday little bag of goodies.
Goodies.
Oh, is there goodies in there? There's goodies in there. There's a cake. There's Basil Teas cooking breakfast. It's a huge
That's always good.
birthday celebration. Here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we tell the faithful listeners we're taking tomorrow off. The reason we're taking tomorrow off is because it's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I, Greg Opie Hughes, did not want to celebrate my birthday on the air. I'm becoming a bit more private with things.
But now...
And I decided I didn't want anyone to make a big deal about my birthday. I'd rather take the day off and enjoy myself and, go and do something fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm going to do this weekend. So Steve translates that into, well, if we're taking Friday off, we might as well celebrate his birthday a day early.
And that's exactly what you were trying to avoid.
Thank you, yes. So
more great, great planning. What's that?
It's a rock. Why? There's rocks?
Rock in our bag.
What the gift bag has a rock in it, Steve. What is this?
I don't know. Hold on. Where's
You're smelling it. I'm feeling it, hoping it's candy.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like, I was ready to take a bite of this thing. So that's the first observation for today. Yeah. That we're just not on the same page because I wanted to avoid this, and I'm not going to avoid it, which is fine. But we still get tomorrow off. Yeah. The other very obvious observation is that Jimmy kicked ass at his HBO taping last night.
Yes, it was very good.
Getting nothing but positive reviews.
Oh, good.
Jim, what'd you tape? 2 shows last night?
2 shows last night. We got 2 tonight. Yeah, the crowds were so good, man.
They were animals, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm hearing.
Amazing.
Very good. And when is this going to air?
September 28th, right around there. It was like in 28th, 29th, something like that.
Right in the fall. Perfect.
Yeah. It's supposed to be summer, but they want it in the fall, which is better.
No, that's way better.
Yeah, I agree. Summer's kind of rough.
And you were happy with everything that went on?
Yeah, it was great.
Very good.
Nice.
The next observation is...
What?
We're giving free gas away today.
Oh.
You just sit there patiently, my friend.
Shut up. You smart asses.
Coach Mike, where's the free gas? We want to I think we're looking for traffic jams. We're looking for media coverage today.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking for fist fights.
2 locations, Luke Oil on Route 17 South in Rutherford, New Jersey, and Luke Oil on Sunrise Highway, 3229 Sunrise Highway in Wantagh. First 50 cars at each location get a fill-up up to $80 free on the house.
Wait, they're controlling it by saying the first 50 cars?
Yeah, but that's about all we're going to have to
Let's
get
not
to.
say the first 50 cars anymore.
Well,
We want it to just be just ridiculous.
Oh, it's going to be ridiculous. They're already lining up.
They really are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
7 a.m. we start pumping, but they're already lining up.
All right, yeah, because we're heading toward the big holiday weekend, and we figured, a lot of radio stations, they're doing the free, not the free gas promotion, they're doing the hacky 92.3 cents per gallon
Yeah.
until supplies last. We decided, it's obvious. Just give away free gas for a couple hours, and that's it. Then no one else can do this dumb gas promotion. So we're giving our listeners some free gas today.
Coach Mike does not equal the whole. They're calling Coach
Thanks
Mike
a
the
lot.
whole.
Thanks so much.
Don't say that.
And did you give away the other location?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Wantagh and Rutherford, New Jersey, both Luke Oil.
Very good. And finally, Anthony has come home.
Yes.
Welcome back
Yeah.
to the Opie and Anthony Show, my friend.
Thank you.
We saw you, I don't know. At this point, I don't know.
It seems like days ago.
Last time I saw you sober, maybe last week sometime.
Hey.
But the last time we saw you in person, I think was a couple days ago, right?
Hey, I'm actually fine today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know why we're not following you around with cameras at this point.
Well, I would definitely say that would be entertaining. That's for sure.
We got a book in us, obviously, but I think you have a book that you could write just based around what you've been doing the last 3 months.
I think,
4 months.
yeah, reality show. That's what I see.
Yeah?
Reality show.
The Shock Jock and the Traffic Vixen coming to E!
Maven, wasn't it?
No, we went with Traffic Vixen because that's how they
okay.
printed it up yesterday in the paper.
Oh.
Traffic Vixen. Although they called her the Weather Vixen, but
yeah.
we adjusted
Apparently
that.
that happens a lot.
So
I confused of traffic and weather for some reason.
safe to say that your Tuesday night date ended.
That was Tuesday?
Ended what? This morning?
I think we had like a 35-hour long date. It was a long date. But it went by so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying a lot of people, it's very hard to go out and hang out for even a couple of hours, but that was like a 35-hour date.
Wow.
That had all the features. I mean, who goes on a date and then ends up in like Ridge, which is out by Calverton on Long Island?
Right.
I mean, it said Orient Point, 30 miles. That's,
boy.
You're pretty close to the other end of Long Island. To watch cats get fixed.
See,
Who does that? Two alcoholics.
see, that's why I know you're kind of downplaying this, but that's why I know there's some kind of chemistry there because you wouldn't go out to exit 68 for your own mother. You have to
I go to exit 63.
Well, you have to be forced to go out to exit 63.
She
though.
lives.
You have to be forced to go out there. Like for Christmas. All right, Mom, it's your birthday. I'll go out there.
My mother's no Jill Nicolini either.
I understand that, but there seems to be something a little different because...
Something different?
Yeah, because you're not the type of person that's going to go out to exit 68 to watch cats get fixed. You're the type of person after a very long night, the last thing you're going to do is get in the car and get cats fixed. You're going to crash for a day and a half.
Nah, a couple of aspirin.
Yeah, see, you're different.
Right back to it.
Which is good.
Right back. Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe we'll get some...
Oh, shh.
Oh, sorry. Jill's doing the traffic, everyone. And she's got, like, sleepy eyes today.
What?
She looks beautiful as ever. Look,
Thank you. Don't
See, now
be
we-
respectful.
See, now we can't make the jokes we used to make because we know now things are different, and we can't make all the awful jokes we've been making.
Awful jokes
for the last year.
The hell have you been saying?
I don't know. I had all the tapes burned.
Be respectful.
Trust me, I am. So look, all I'll say is she looks like she has like sleepy eyes.
What do you mean sleepy eyes?
doing
Look,
traffic.
they're
She's-
bright and blue.
She's pointing at motels you guys stopped at.
Jimmy.
Yeah, what happened to the actual traffic? Yes. And then Anthony and I stopped for a snack here. And we took a walk on the beach over here.
No walks on the beach.
And then if you
hang out in bars.
if you follow me over here, this is where we had our cats fixed. You did say to me this morning, because I asked you a question. I go, so when did the date end? And Anthony goes, well, I think we got home.
I quickly corrected myself.
Home.
I quickly corrected myself.
I think we got home at.
quickly.
And then Anthony walks in. Everyone was in a panic, by the way. And I'm just rolling my eyes like, why are you guys even panicking? It's Anthony. No one could find you. No one could wake you up.
My phone was dead.
Your phone was
for
dead.
like just about all day yesterday. My phone was dead.
Well, the first sign that something was a little different was that you walked in with your iPhone.
Yeah.
With your iPhone charger. I'm like, all right, that's weird because you can't like breathe without your iPhone.
I know.
Everyone knows that.
I need it constantly.
And so then you're like trying to plug in your charger and get your iPhone all charged up. And I'm like, okay, something's going on. And then I noticed a hat on your head that isn't the regular 5'11" or 5'11" hat.
Don't start making faces, Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Don't start making faces.
Thank you. And
that stands for Jimmy.
Listen, hold on. Hold on. Let me set this up for the big holy S.
No, I need to explain.
Let me set this up for the big
Don't
holy
make
S.
the face, Jimmy.
Hold on. Everyone calm down. Let me get there.
Oh, I'm done for.
Let me get there.
I'm done for.
Anthony goes,
oh, entrenched in the barrel.
I go, Anthony, isn't that the same shirt and jeans you wore on your date? Because it looks way too nice to be doing morning radio. It's like, no.
But it's not.
This was the outfit I picked out to go get the cats neutered.
This was yesterday's get up.
All the way out there on exit 68. And he goes, and then this is what he killed himself because I wouldn't have noticed. I'm telling you right now, and I know you wouldn't have noticed, Jimmy. He goes, and I had to borrow a hat this morning. And I quickly looked at his hat, and Anthony is wearing a hat with the letter J on it.
Okay, now Jimmy is disgusted.
No. I don't want to jump to conclusions. Are you wearing that hat? These things. Did you take a trip to Israel?
No, there wasn't a trip to Israel.
Oh my God!
Okay, here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Yes, you're wearing Jill Nicolini's hat. The J stands for Jill. It can't stand for anything else.
Look, I don't know what it stands for. All I know is, as you know, I got here a little late this morning, so I woke up a little late. I didn't have my iPhone, like I had said. It wasn't charged, and I couldn't set the alarm on it. And the other alarm wasn't really loud enough. So I woke up late. I wasn't able to jump in the shower real quick, and I had Medusa head. Like snakes coming off my head, just a wreck. So
yeah, but what did she left her Jill hat at your house? I'm a little confused. I'm a little
look. I'm just a little leaving everything open here to speculation.
I'm a little confused. Like
so, all I had.
What? You woke up late.
So I woke up late,
and she just happened to have one of her hats that she left behind at your fine.
No, it was
mansion.
It was a choice between the J hat. Or a pink Mets hat, or a visor. Believe me, I went through a lot of hats, and this was I figured this was the safest one.
I hope you wear Ted Kennedy's.
Yeah,
with a big P on the front for pudding.
Wow.
Oh.
You know, Jimmy, don't even shake your head. Anthony embraced this.
What?
This is your last chance at survival.
Survival?
Yes. Yes. There's something going on here. Just embrace it.
Yeah.
Start showing some real emotion for once in your lousy life, and embrace this. This is a gift. This is a gift. Jim, we should be happy today. This could turn the whole thing around.
Could it?
Yes. It could stop the gambling.
Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah, obviously they're very healthy together. They go on a drinking binge that lasts 35 hours. You're right. Surprised. How was church? What are you talking about? That's what the J is. It was Christ's hat.
Are they
You just put it on?
Are they going shopping for his and her supercars for supercar weekend? Oh, I wish you had to come in here with the pink med hat.
Yeah, well,
God, I wish.
couldn't. And I thought how you would rag me for the pink Met hat.
Yeah.
And this was actually the least busy hat.
Yeah.
And it just has a J on it. Mm-hmm. So and it's like a cap kind of thing. So I figured I'd put that on, knowing I would still catch some hell for it.
Yeah.
And the disgusted look on Jimmy's face is worth it all. Just.
Let's go to this dope. John in Virginia. Yes, dope.
Hey, dope. Hey, man, this sounds like one hell of a bit you guys are doing. It's even better than the free gas. What's up with that?
Yeah, this is all a bit there, John. You got us.
It sounds that way, man. It sounds, yesterday he's calling in sick, today with a hat. It's all Okie Radio. You guys are turning no better than
okay.
Oh, that's hysterical. Okay.
John,
yeah,
you win.
It's a hacky bit.
John, you win dope of the day.
John can't sort out reality from a radio bit.
Right. I'm amazed
Holy
that Anthony
geez.
is sharing this much because Anthony is a very private person.
I'm very, very
Extremely.
private.
He keeps his cards. We say it a lot. We're close to the chest and all that.
Yes.
And trust me, enjoy this because I'm going to get the call. Jimmy's going to get the call, and it's going to be like, dudes, it's been fun and stuff, but maybe we could talk less about it on the air.
No, I'm not saying that.
You're going to.
No.
Because I noticed, usually in the office, Jill comes on to do traffic.
Oh, God, how uncomfortable.
And all heads usually turn because we're just animals. And it used to be like, wow, look what Jill's wearing. Just a bunch of guys looking at, and I'm going to say this is the past.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want you getting mad, but looking like guys will look at a stripper like, wow, look how hot she is. Look what she's wearing.
Yeah.
Today, not only did Anthony not look in the reflection, Anthony likes to watch TV in the reflection of the window that's in front of him because he doesn't like to turn around to actually look at the TV. People get that.
I'm set up kind of backwards in the office, so I can't watch the TV.
Right.
I have to look at the TV through a reflection in the window.
Yeah, because it's nice and dark still, so you can see the TV in the reflection. Oh, not today. All of a sudden, Jill came on to do traffic. We all turned, and no one said a word.
There was it got very uncomfortable silence
and then
in the office.
Even Anthony turned his head all the way around to look at Jill, and I'm like,
well, I would always turn around.
See, things are different now.
No, see, I would always turn around when she was on doing the traffic.
Yes, Stan, who's leaving the show very soon. How are you, sir?
Good.
Good.
Is that how I'm always going to be introduced?
Yes.
For the next couple days?
Yes.
Don't worry, folks. He's gone soon. Anta he told Jill, in fact, this very high compliment that he turns around to watch her on their long date yesterday.
That's why they're...
I don't watch it through the reflection.
So open and sweet with each other like that. Like when you're on TV, I look. I mean, it's stuff like that that won her over to begin with. I mean, she's a sucker for sweet words.
Let's say hi to Mike on Long Island. Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
I just wanted to say that I spotted these two lovebirds yesterday at around 5:30 p.m. on Long Island.
Where?
In Farmingville.
Farmingville?
Yes.
Where?
You want the exact location?
Yeah.
Leeds and Linden, turning onto Linden. Looking like Anthony was going to meet the parents.
Uh-oh. We might have made a stopover at the Nicolini house.
Oh, my God. Are you crazy?
Look at Mike as a rat.
You went and met her parents?
Well, we had to stop over there to drop something off.
What's that, the engagement ring?
You don't meet parents?
Believe me, I don't think I did.
No.
It's an insane asylum over there.
He doesn't need to meet them. He normally went to high school with them.
Oh my God! Yeah, you keep downplaying this. Anthony,
very colorful family, I got to tell you. The father there, Mr. Nick.
No, Speedo Man.
Speedo Man. Yeah, he. Wow, just a lunatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very.
You don't meet
colorful
parents.
character.
You don't meet parents.
I just came in. I took a look at the house. And then we left because we had to go to the car dealership
to get her car.
No, for her brother.
You buying the brother a car already?
No.
It's frightening.
No, actually, it was like to do an appearance almost. You show up there and the guy that's selling the car gives you a better deal because you drag two Long Island-based pseudo-celebrities around with you.
Wait, your brother, this is how in love Anthony is. She goes, my brother wants to save $1,500 on a car. And Anthony says, let's just go in and say hi to the guy selling it to him.
No, I didn't say that. The brother was asking Jill if she would show up and say hi. And, of course, I was there.
That's great.
So I went.
God. Oh, my.
So I went. So, yeah, I was, as Mike pointed out, as Mike ratted me out.
Oh, my God. If you only, I think people know Anthony as well as we do.
What?
Because we barely know the guy.
Huh?
I know this much. He doesn't do this type of thing usually.
No.
But
we were having fun. Why would I go anywhere else? We were laughing. We were having fun.
Meeting parents, doing chores.
It wasn't chores or meeting parents. I didn't go over there to meet parents.
After staying up all night, you're actually going all the way out east to get cats fixed. That's not you.
Yeah,
it was like a whirlwind kind of couple of days.
You're leaving something out. Where's the fun part? Yeah, all I heard was meet parents and got cat neutered. I haven't heard about anything that would be considered a lot of fun.
Well, that part I'm trying to piece together myself.
Great.
It's sort of in a blackout, I think.
Car dealership, cat neutering. I mean, it was really a complete evening.
Bob the trucker, what's up?
Hey, I want to know how you feel about you not being able to see Ann's house for a whole year, but Joe got to see it on the first date. Longer.
Well, Bob, hold on. I'm not stupid. If I had I would have saw it sooner.
I'm jealous she saw his hog. That's all I care about.
Hey.
How could she not? It must have fallen out. You were running about on the LI-8.
Oh, this is a very good question. Randy in Missouri. Randy, what's up?
I was just wondering if Anthony was agreeing with a song about older women making better lovers.
What?
Young ones.
First of all, sir,
you're going out with going out with an older woman.
Older woman.
Anthony's going out with an older woman. That's right.
Secondly, I'm not going to comment on anything like that.
She is an older woman compared to what you've been doing the last 3 months.
Absolutely not an older woman. Oh boy, I am so in the barrel. This is a hard one to escape from.
Well, the phones are just.
Danny goes. I'm looking at Danny. Goes, don't look at me.
If the price,
no, I guess we shouldn't.
If the price for going out with Jill Nicolini for 35 hours is being in the barrel, you could drill a hole in the front and in the back, and I'd hop in the barrel. It's a good reason to be in there.
Did you bring the gift?
The gift.
You promised us a pair of panties.
No, I ran out of the house too quickly this morning and was I was concentrating too much on not wearing the pink Mets hat. So I forgot to bring a pair of panties.
I'm sure you and Jill discuss schedules. What time does she have to? Because she's on relatively early too.
Yeah, she has to get up stupid early.
Earlier than you?
Yeah, like 3:30, 3:15, around there. Because it's TV.
It's got to look good.
Yeah, we could just come in here like this with a J hat on. Look at your face is disgusted. I wish I could just translate that face into words.
It's
Jimmy looked at the hat and just goes like, ugh.
Wow.
Tried to pass it off saying the J was for Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for Jimmy, right?
Too bad there wasn't a Nicolini at the end. You could have said it's for Norton.
It's a girl.
Oh, yes.
It's a girl J.
The same initials, Jimmy.
But it's a girl J. It's like.
Is it a girly J?
It's a very small girly J.
Let me look in there.
It really
it is. It's like a lowercase J or something. I don't know.
What happened to you? You're wearing a girl's hat
And
today.
the fun part was the initial dinner date. Mm-hmm. That was fun. Keith booked the restaurant, and I could kill him. He said it was a really nice place. All right, we can continue this after a break.
Yeah, because, let's do that. Because the phones are lit, and we do have to take a quick break. Coach Mike, once again, really fast. Stunt Brain.
Coach.
I don't like Coach Mike.
Oh, I love it.
You like Stunt Brain better than Coach Mike?
I don't like either. You know you're going to have a new name, right?
Yeah, what the hell.
So we're giving away free gas for the big holiday weekend today.
That's right.
We're not out there doing it. It's just kind of a throwaway. It's like, hey, thanks for listening. Get some free gas on us.
Yes, starting at 7 a.m., Luke Oil, Route 17 South, Rutherford, New Jersey, and Luke Oil on Sunrise Highway, 3229 Sunrise Highway in Wantagh. First 50 cars get an $80 fill-up if that's how much room you got in your tank.
All right,
I would just spill the rest on the ground if I were you. Just spill it out. Make the $80.
Yeah. Can we get an update? Are people starting to show up there?
Yeah, we'll get the street team to call in.
Yeah. All right. And Anthony's going to be out there with Jill. I just want to let the media know. What?
What?
I'm just trying to get some attention for us.
Anthony's going to be on Long Island, and Jill will be in New Jersey.
We've already made our appearance at a car dealership.
And you got to talk about the fans kind of playing paparazzi yesterday.
Paparazzi fans.
There's a few more stories to get to. It's Opie and Anthony. Stay there. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. We got lots going on today. They're celebrating my birthday, even though I was trying to avoid this by taking my birthday off, which is tomorrow.
Can I tell you what lunatics I work with?
Yeah.
Nobody here likes positive, loving attention. We thrive in negative. Like, Opie's like, I don't want to deal with the birthday thing. It's just too much. Let's just move on. Meanwhile, cake stomping or baby diaper mustache. You're like, yeah, cut it up so we can play it on this side.
Of course.
We don't like healthy, loving attention.
I know. Just that awful, negative attention. I don't know.
Let people love you. Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Let
sir.
your friends be happy for you.
Yeah, it's rough, though. The big 3-0. It's kind of a milestone, you know? Phone number, 877-212-08. You didn't have to laugh that hard. I thought I was still pulling it off. Coach Mike, what do you got? We got the free gas. It starts at 7. Locations, my friend.
Locations are Route 17 South in Rutherford, New Jersey at the Luke Oil Station, and also in Wantagh on Sunrise Highway, 3229 at the Luke Oil Station there. We've got 80-gallon fill-ups, first 50 cars in line starting at 7 a.m. There's already a crowd there. Sasha just called from Jersey.
Sasha?
Yeah, Sasha. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a guy.
Sasha.
I want to thank the fine listeners of this radio station here in New York City because the new ratings came out yesterday.
The new rating.
The old ratings going away.
Good.
They're not using the new ratings officially yet, unfortunately, but they are taking a peek anyway. Actually, the advertising community is really paying attention to the new ratings because it's going to be the thing in another 2 or 3 months.
The thing of the future.
And we were number one across the board with men in morning drive radio here in New York City.
Yeah.
Except for one demo. Men 25 to 54. We were number 2 behind a dumb all-news station.
10 wins.
10 wins news. That's why we do traffic and weather together on the 8th, because now we're going to take that. We're going to take down the news station next.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you to all the men listening to this fine radio show. Hey, we're trying to soften a little bit so some women can start listening to this damn thing.
We're doing better. In men, we were number 1, and in women, we crept up to number 375.
Crept up. That's the line. Yeah, so, and it's weird because the old rating, not so good, but new ratings, we're superstars, so you figure it out there.
The new ones are more accurate.
Yeah, that's what I would like to think. Keith the Cop, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. I'm over here at the Luke Oil on Wantagh Avenue and Sunrise Highway in Wantagh for the gas giveaway.
Okay.
And either it's a really slow news day or this is like a big deal because News 12 is here.
Oh, God, News 12. Oh, my God. Wow.
Sean Perkin from News 12 is running up and down the line interviewing people, and he's interviewing our fans right now, which I guess they'll probably maybe just go with an audio and cut the video because you know our fans.
Yeah.
But there's a helicopter up above us, and they're, like, taking aerial shots, too.
Really?
Really?
And we got probably about 50 to 60 cars lined up right now.
Okay.
So fist fighting should probably ensue sometime soon.
Well, we're hoping for that, Let's be honest. We felt like we needed some attention for this radio show, so we went with the hacky gas thing, but we said, all right, just make it free gas.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you like to talk to the News 12 guys?
Not really.
For what?
For what reason?
Well,
Hi, why aren't you good enough to get on a big station? Back to you, Keith.
Keith, you represent the show. Don't say anything stupid, though.
yeah, okay.
Don't say anything stupid. There you go.
You know, if you don't get the show in the first
20 minutes,
then you're listening to the wrong show.
I remember that line. Diggy dig.
That douchebag. Keith.
Yeah.
So Anthony's not happy with the restaurant you picked out for him.
Yeah, the choice of restaurant, Keith, left a little to be desired.
Well, I mean, we talked yesterday at the house. Oh, wait a minute, 2 days ago. I'm sorry, 2 days ago at the house, and he mentioned Italian, and I picked what was it's a very hot Italian spot right now in the city, and he was, he said he didn't say intimate. If he said intimate, I apologize, sir. I would have put you in something a little more intimate, but. From the text and the talk, I mean, it really didn't make a difference where you guys were. I mean, there was a lot of heavy petting from what I understood.
I just thought that a nice intimate setting would be what you would have booked instead of, it was kind of almost like the tables are so close together, it was almost family style, and there were like a bunch of like old men and women, grandparents there, and the likes. It wasn't like a really that much of a hip crowd, that's for sure.
Right.
And I think they were horrified a little bit.
Well, you tell me what's going on, I can understand why.
Well, it was the wine was good. I'll give you that.
Right.
But then we ordered our food, and it sat there. We just kept drinking and didn't even eat. I think I had a piece of lettuce. And
you had more than that.
And cheese.
But you're right, Ope. This will stop.
A lot of wine.
This will stop the gambling.
Yeah.
The healthy lifestyle is on the way. They couldn't get through dinner one because the alcohol took over.
No, because
they put the wine down in the middle of the steak on top of it.
Because the love took over. That's how I like to look at it. The love was just so intense. Who needs to eat?
Yeah, his and her beer hats.
When is she joining the NRA, by the way? You got the application yet?
Oh,
all right.
Silly.
Hey, Keith, call us back. And so, really, the News 12 is there? That's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah,
Exciting.
They're doing the Opie thing. They're running up and down the line, interviewing everybody. And,
and they'll say, it was a radio promotion.
Yeah.
They won't mention anything.
And is there, what? Go ahead, sorry.
They have mentioned Opie and Anthony on the, as he was running up and down the line. They mentioned the radio station. They mentioned Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, well.
So,
all right.
That'll be cut out in the tape.
And there's a helicopter above?
Yeah, the helicopter's above. It's circling right now. He's still up there.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, this guy from News 12, his claim to fame is his sister dated Billy Joel or something. I don't know. He's like, well, they can use that. I'm like,
no. You can use that.
Wow.
Tell
your sister replanted the tree he knocked over with his vehicle.
Is his last name Burgeon?
Yes.
Yeah. See, look at me. I know my Long Island factoids. Thank you, everybody. All right, Keith. We'll talk soon.
All right, sounds good.
All right, let's say hi to Tony in Brooklyn. Tony.
Hey, Anthony, say goodbye to GTA and the pistol range. You will be the first one at the office in the morning and the last one to leave as you're driving her to and from Channel 11 every day. Yeah.
How do I all of a sudden end up a chauffeur?
Well, because you say, honey, you know what? Why do we have to take two cars? We'll just take one car. And now all of a sudden you're going to be driving her back and forth. Oh, I'm so tired, Anthony.
I gotta tell you though, she seems like a really cool chick. Where she'd be right there with the video games and the guns.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Tony. Let's go to Coke Logic. Coke Logic.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
Hey, first and foremost, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you very much,
Jimmy.
sir. I appreciate all the balloons.
Jimmy can't get birthday credit when it's not his birthday and it's someone else's.
I know. Who would want it?
Against the rules.
Yes. What's up, Coke Logic?
So what's on my mind is I just need to know, Ant, all due respect.
Yeah.
Big boy hit bottom.
All right. You know something? Enough of you, Coke Logic.
Oh, look, see? See, the old Anthony would have appreciated that nice little line.
No, why wouldn't?
You're a big fan of Coke Logic. Jeff, Jersey, what's
Anthony
up?
doesn't talk like that, Coke Logic. Just think limo in a car garage.
Jeff, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I just want to know, since Anthony and Jill making appearances in car dealerships in Long Island, if he's going to take Jill out to eat at F.H. Riley's.
Oh, my God, please tell. Please just say that sometime during the long holiday weekend that you'll make an appearance at F.H. Riley's, my fine restaurant that my brother actually, does everything for.
I think
400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington Village. Will you be there over the long holiday weekend?
Yeah, I think me and Jill could show up down at F.H. Riley's. Why not?
Don't say the day, because that's even better. Thank you.
Don't say the day.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Lou.
Oh, we're going to have those French doors thanks to you and your new girlfriend.
What?
Let's say hi to 33 Across.
Hey, guys. Hey, Ant, I heard that when you were at the Nicolini's the other day, there was a automatic garage door opener ready for you to install.
Well, you are lingering longer, aren't you?
Well, yeah. Rob in Detroit, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Happy birthday, Opie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I thought it was kind of funny when Keith was on the phone and you guys asked if they would interview the fans, how he kind of said, well, you know how our fans are. I was unaware he was on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I noticed that, too, but I like Keith.
Keith needs to get his grubby little hands into everything. He's now living with Anthony. He pretty much wanted to go on a double date with Anthony. Now he's hanging with our fans.
Then again, he is kind of controlling things over there, talking to News 12.
Yeah.
I'll give Keith credit for that.
All right, good point.
What else is News 12 covering? Did Mrs. Hopkins' cat run up a tree? Long line at the pump, back to you. Oh, awful station.
Stupid News 12. All right, thank you, Robin. Yeah. I think that, the phones are just, ridiculous. But we put something together for you, Anthony.
Oh, I'm sure it's great, respectful.
Of course.
Doesn't take any jabs at me.
Tim down the hall for you.
Are you smitten over the new girl in your life? Do you want to make her a special mixtape to show her just how you feel, but don't have the time or the resources? Then listen up. O&A Records is proud to present Anthony's mixtape for Jill. Hand-selected from the Cumia vinyl vault, Anthony's done all the heavy lifting, so you can show your girl just how much you care.
I wanna kiss you all over and over again.
Sure, the songs may be old, but so is Anthony. Order now and receive the inevitable Anthony's Bum Out Tape. Perfect for drowning out your sobs after you've been dumped by one of the hottest girls you've ever dated. To get both mixtapes, send $6.18 and a blank cassette to O&A Records.
Alone again, naturally.
It's Anthony's mixtape for Jill and Anthony's Bum Out mixtape.
Bum Out. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so.
Cause first you're in love, and then
She's gone.
Get yours today.
She's gone.
There you go, Anthony. For you, my friend.
Oh, that's very funny. Very funny. And coincidentally enough, I did hear an REO Speedwagon song in there. And there was an embarrassing moment when the navigation system was on after I picked Jill up to go to the restaurant in the first place. I put the navigation system on to find the restaurant, and the volume was down. Mm-hmm. And she goes, "Oh, we can't hear the nav." So she turned the volume up, and I must have had an awful station on, like Top Tracks or one of those XM channels, and it was REO Speedwagon. I think it was that song that was just playing.
Which one?
Isn't All Out of Love one of theirs?
No, that's
Air Supply.
or something.
No, it was a real bad REO song.
What was it? Riding the Storm Out?
No, that would have been rockin' compared to the one that came on.
Riding the Storm Out isn't that bad.
It was
kind of a guilty pleasure.
It was
I
written. No,
gotta say.
it was one of the slow, sappy ones.
Keep on Loving You.
Yeah, it was like one of those.
Give me a little Keep on Loving You.
That's a good song.
All I thought though, yeah, but like she turns the volume up on my radio, and that's the song that's on it. And all I could think of is stupid Colin with what he was saying about what's going to be playing on the radio.
Yeah.
And there it was, and I was, a little embarrassed by that.
You know,
at first.
Channel 11 is also taking advantage of this this new romance, this Antolini thing.
Antolini, is that the official name now?
I guess they do a blog on how did they get there? WB11.com? Something. What?
CW11.
CW.
It's not linked to porn, is it?
CW11.com.
Not able to give out the web address.
They do a news blog, and yesterday they wrote this. Jill's called out. It says Jill's called out sick. Anthony's called out sick. What is that?
Jill has and Anthony has.
Oh, Jill's called out
That's
sick.
not how you write that.
Yeah, Jill's called out sick.
Jill's called out sick. All right, Anthony.
Almost a contraction of
all right.
Has.
Okay, you got it. Called out sick. And then, dot. Some of you might remember when Jill visited Opie and Anthony in their studios a while back. And thanks to the O&A crew, the New York Daily News, and some other little media outlets around here, most of you probably know that Jill actually went on a date with Anthony last night. And while we're all not so sure what exactly happened on the date, we do know that both parties have called out sick from their respective employment today. Could have been the food or the drinking or question mark.
Jeez.
Anyway, I can almost assure all of you that when we know, you will know. So check back here soon and often. They have to wake up sometime today. That's WB11 is
CW.
CW11.com.
At least they have fun. You got to like that station. You imagine if you were banging Paula Zahn over at CNN, how awful that would be. I don't mean it like that, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, well,
Jimmy, have some respect.
I don't mean that, but
of course.
How awful they would be. They wouldn't be having fun.
No, I don't think so.
You think Wolf would be doing the gas promotion?
Wolf.
Wait, what did you say?
Cooper.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's a joke that would get me sued.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Keep on Loving You. Nice. You got a little of that? Keep on loving
This might have come on or similar track. And
mouth the words and kind of look over at it a little bit.
We did sing in the truck.
What?
We were singing in the Escalade.
What were you
when
singing?
Songs would come on?
What?
I don't know, just like guilty pleasure songs.
All right, Jimmy, I'm going to only look at you.
What?
Yeah, I prefer to do the show that way, too.
Just turn around.
It's not,
why don't you tell everybody
something you do?
Why don't you tell everybody what song you sang to?
I'm trying to remember some of them. Some of them are just like,
Give me one.
Old classic, like an old Eddie Money song. Long Island's own. Eddie Money.
Yeah, well, you're the Long Island, power couple.
We're Long Island royalty. Maybe even a Billy Joel song, who's also from Long Island.
Yeah, wonderful.
What Billy Joel
Oddly
song?
enough.
Did you do some Zebra? Tell me what you want.
No, there wasn't any Zebra.
Tell me what you want.
Bill from Waterford's going, Jesus, Colin Quinn was right.
Of course he was.
Of course.
Well, this is a good one.
Yeah, I think this was it.
The king and queen of Long Island.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is Long Island's trash couple.
Yes.
Come on now. You people are mean.
Let's go to Vanessa the trucker. Vanessa, how are you? How are ya?
I'm doing okay.
That was my Bill Hicks impression. Thank you. Vanessa, what's up?
Just driving. I gotta tell you guys, by the way, happy birthday, Opie.
Thank you.
Second of all, leave Andy alone.
Andy.
Yeah.
That really makes me accept what you're saying.
Hold on, sweetheart. Andy didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Yeah, Andy, shut up over there. Vanessa's trying to talk to you.
Go ahead, Ness. Tell End.
Yeah.
Guys, leave him alone. He had a wonderful time.
Yeah, thanks.
And I don't blame, with all the time that Anthony takes off on this show, I don't blame Vanessa for not knowing all the players.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you,
I
Vanessa.
listen to you guys almost every morning.
Yeah.
And by the way, you guys are number one in my book.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
In my book.
That's right. What's her book called? I have no idea who the people's names are listed hereafter.
Jill, Texas. Do we get to hear from the better half of the Anthony power couple today?
Well, she's busy.
Get her on the phone after the break. Thank you. Jill, Texas. What's up?
What's up? Happy birthday, Opie.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, just want to know if Anthony was packing his guns last night on his date.
No, I wasn't carrying. No.
Oh, a real gentleman.
Why? The one time you should carry, you're out with a 10. If somebody grabs or hits on it, you can blast him.
Believe me, I would have loved to, but New York City limits. I'm not allowed.
Oh, in the city?
Not yet.
Oh, you guys came into
I'm
Manhattan?
working on it. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking Long Island.
No, city limits is anywhere from Queens. You know, I can't even cross over into Queens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it.
Hey, let's say hi to
Believe
Sonny.
me, I'd have loved to have been packing like that.
Sonny Farrelly.
Hey, Opie, I just wanted to know when you're gonna move in with Jill's mother. Linger longer.
Linger longer.
Well, I'm a big boy now. I don't have to live with any more mother-in-laws. I'm on my own now. Let's say hi to Chris in Boston. Chris.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
After this long weekend of love and lust, I think Keith's going to have a new nickname.
Yeah.
Instead of Keith the Cop, it's going to be Keith the Who.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of this call, and we should have called it Caller the Y.
Coincidentally enough, also, the veterinarian out there.
Let me guess. Another story about Jill.
Well, when we were out there, Dr. Greco was his name. He's the vet that neutered and spayed the two cats.
Yeah.
And I got to watch the procedure.
Yeah.
And beforehand, I found out that the good doctor, his wife had called our show a while back to play Gay or Not Gay.
Really?
Yeah. And it turns out that he and his friend, who's also a guy, were collecting orchids together. And we dubbed it Gay.
Oh, well,
we dubbed the doctor Gay. And then
although orchids look like,
well,
they're very feminine.
Flower picking with a male friend.
Good point.
So we had dubbed it Gay.
Yeah.
And then as I was watching the procedure, I'm watching the female cat being spayed first. They cut open the abdomen, they shave it and stuff, and then the guy's probing and he's pulling out the uterus and stuff. And I started going, oh boy, I'm going to throw up and pass out.
Yeah.
I completely, I got a cold sweat. I felt like I was going to puke, and I had to leave the room. I have to tap out. I got to tap out, and I had to walk outside and drink water and cool off. And then he dubbed me Gay because I couldn't sit through the procedure when Jill was able to just sit and watch the entire thing without a problem.
You're already there for her when she needs you.
What do you mean?
It was a tough time for her, maybe a bit stressful, and you were there.
You were there for her. You're already there for her for those important things.
Granted, you folded like a cheap tent under pressure. But
I can't take that kind of gruesome... that kind of stuff doesn't.
Mister, I'll shoot someone that walks in the house. Oh God, they're shaving the kitty. I'll be outside. Oh good God. Oh good grief. Is he okay?
Shaving the kitty. You ass. And in between, you're putting water on his face, and he's like bent over. Just tell me the cat's gonna be okay.
And then the male cat
already has a vested interest in her cats. They've known each other for 36 hours.
Well, the male cat then had to be neutered.
Yeah.
Which I didn't want to watch at all.
Did you make his and her necklaces out of the testicles?
I really didn't want to watch that at all, but I did watch them pop one out.
Yeah.
And it's just...
I want to know how
a fun thing to watch.
I want to know how whipped she is. It's obvious you're in deep, but
what do you mean in deep?
Yeah. Keith's on News 12 right now. If you're on Pal Talk, they're interviewing him live. That's great for the big guest.
By the way, how whipped is Jill? Anthony's at her house, and she just left him there and goes, "Grab a hat on your way out."
Yeah.
She's whipped too.
She left you alone at her house because
I'm not saying anything of where I was.
you got her hat on.
That's
Where could you be? Unless she put her.
I'm just saying. No, she doesn't have a 5'11" hat on.
Yeah, you can hear her telling her coworkers, they're like, "What's that about?" No, I like the era.
Hell, this is amazing. Basil Tease, thank you, sir. Thank you, Stephen. Always a pleasure to see you. Executive Chef Stephen Farley in studio. Hooper Avenue and Tom's River, Basil Tease. The food is amazing, and we appreciate you coming by for Anthony's coming back party.
Bill from Waterford. Someone should remove Anthony's J hat like the old lady's hat was removed in that hallway.
Very nice.
Good one, Bill.
Good one.
Oh, Bill.
Hey, Stuntbrain, the big gas promotion. What do we got? It starts in, a minute or two? We're all the media is covering this one. It's unbelievable. We got News 12 out there. Long Island's own local news channel.
Oh, God. Some unnamed helicopter is monitoring it, but we have a free gas at Luke Oil on Route 17 South in Rutherford, New Jersey, and the Luke Oil on Sunrise Highway in Wantagh. First 50 cars get an $80 fill-up if you can handle it.
Stuntbrain, you're needed at the Kennedy compound. Stuntbrain, you're needed at the Kennedy compound, please.
Oh. Mr. Kennedy left the hospital yesterday.
God bless him. Too soon?
Yeah. And he went sailing.
Too soon. Did he go sailing?
Yeah, and I'm just wondering if he had somebody helping him out with the boat.
Someone else at the helm?
Or was he just grounding himself over and over again?
I'm sure that there was somebody else taking care of it.
Yeah, I would assume.
Who's that in the middle of the harbor going in circles?
Let him be. He's only got a year.
He's wearing a sea hat.
Okay. All right. For cancer.
Yeah. How stupid
Wonderful.
am I?
All right. Why don't we...
Your mind automatically went to the bad word.
Of course. Why did he borrow his wife's hat?
Opie and Anthony.
This is Jill Nicolini. I just want to say, Anthony Cumia, I love you.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. We're going to get back to the Antolini thing in a little bit. Going to talk more about Jimmy's HBO taping last night in a little bit. Maybe talk about my birthday a little bit and other things. But in studio, we got Chris Bell. I got to tell you something about Chris Bell. Roland is always handing, mostly Jimmy and I, movies that are coming out and stuff. And Roland, you got to thank him. He goes, there's a movie called Bigger, Stronger, Faster that's coming out. Limited release May 30th. Website biggerstrongerfastermovie.com. And Roland kept pushing. He's like, you really should check out this movie. And I finally did. And I got to tell you, I loved it. Thank you. Chris Bell, who did the movies in studio. And it's pretty much him taking on steroids, taking on supplements, taking on what's real in this world. And wow, I was blown away. I got to tell you.
Thanks.
You were brought up with your two brothers, and you guys got obsessed with wrestling and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and trying to get a solid body together.
When I was a little kid, I grew up watching Hulk Hogan rip off his shirt, tan and larger than life, and I was a fat, pale kid from Poughkeepsie. So for me, that was something I was always trying to obtain. I was trying to become bigger, stronger, faster, and then when kind of the curtain got pulled back on me when I was about 15, 16 years old, I realized every single one of my heroes, Stallone and Hulk Hogan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and all these guys were using anabolic steroids.
Right. And what's interesting about that, you had Hulk Hogan on TV talking about taking your vitamins, and you could pretty much look like me, and right?
Well, it's a lot more than vitamins, we found out.
Yeah, and he finally had to admit that he got that body from steroids.
Absolutely. And, in the film, we kind of explore this attitude of America's win-at-all-cost culture through the steroid issue in America.
Right. And they even mentioned you mentioned even Popeye. Like even Popeye had to eat his spinach to become, what he was in cartoon land.
Yeah.
So So then you just decided to do a movie on steroids and really get to the bottom of the issues, right?
It's something that always affected me ever since I was young. I was always looking at these larger than life heroes or the super ripped guys in the magazine, and I didn't look like that, and I wanted to be like that. So I became a power lifter, and I started lifting weights and bench press 500 pounds before I ever even tried steroids. And then my brothers and I all went down that road where we all tried steroids.
Right.
I was the only one that actually stopped using them, and I basically stopped using them just after a couple of months. And my brothers continued to use them for years, and my younger brother just bench pressed 800 pounds. And so...
It's 800 pounds?
Yeah, and they addressed that in the movie because I don't know what happens, but...
my younger brother, I should say,
sorry.
His nickname is Smelly, and we call him Smelly in the movie. And when you pick on your younger brother and call him Smelly, he kind of grew up to be a monster.
Yeah.
I think in the face of his two brothers beating him up all the time.
Yeah.
How big a guy is he?
He's about 6'1", about 300 pounds.
Is he smelly, or is it just like an old nickname that's stuck?
It's an old nickname that's stuck.
And he benches 800 pounds?
Yeah, and squats 1,050. So he broke every record in California. But it just goes to show you that in the sport of powerlifting, they don't test for steroids. And since there's no money in powerlifting, really, it's not a big deal. And you look at Major League Baseball and the Olympics and all these other things where there's billions of dollars at stake, and it becomes a big deal because suddenly it's cheating. But I kind of examine how in powerlifting, if people aren't making money off of it, nobody seems to care if anybody's cheating. It's kind of just...
And they don't test for any of that stuff. Amazing.
Not in powerlifting, not in pro bodybuilding.
Because there's a point in the movie where Smelly is thinking about not doing steroids anymore, and it was his last match. And I don't want to give stuff away here. His last match before he might stop doing steroids. And you interviewed some of the other powerlifters, and you said something like, well, what do you think's going to happen to Smelly? And they basically said, so long to Smelly, because without the steroids, he's not going to be able to really compete in this sport.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And I think, quite honestly, I think that's what's happening in a lot of sports. We saw in baseball the numbers go down when, they cracked down on steroids. And I think a lot of this is actually going to come out in the open, and I hope that the movie really opens that up and lets people start talking about this in a more intelligent way, because you have Congress pounding their fist on the table saying there's something simply un-American about this, when there's really nothing more American than doing whatever it takes to win.
Right.
And I just wanted to examine that and try to figure out where steroids kind of fit in our culture and try to just get people talking about it.
But Chris, what about we had Canseco, and Jose Canseco has his whole take on steroids. Like, if you do them right, they're healthy. Is he completely off, or is he right that if you do them correctly and how they're supposed to be used, they can be okay?
Well, I have to stress that I'm not a doctor, but I interviewed all the experts basically in the film, and I looked at I examined if steroids are actually healthy, human growth hormone, if it could be healthy or useful for certain people. And we found that in adult males, and we're not talking about teenagers, and we're not talking about women, in adult males, that the side effects are very temporary and reversible, for the most part. And so when you abuse any drug, you're going to run into problems, and that's what we examined in the film, is the difference between use and abuse, and kind of this this anti-aging industry. But we have this anti-aging industry, so-called anti-aging industry, where you can take human growth hormone or testosterone if you're aging and your hormone levels are dropping. But in the same context, a lot of the doctors involved in that are quacks, and they're just basically randomly prescribing stuff, and you see all these pharmacies getting busted and all these things going on. And I wanted to examine, if this is actually good for you, why are these guys quacks? Why isn't the FDA stepping in and saying, let's try to figure this out? Let's all try to figure this out as a society.
Right. And getting back to steroids in baseball, obviously that's illegal and all that. But you point out that cortisone shots aren't. And it's been proven that a cortisone shot is quite dangerous, right?
Well, absolutely. I mean, they have to take a cortisone shot, inject dye into you to figure out where it goes in your body, and then they inject the shot way deep into your joint or wherever you seem to have the problem. And what happens with cortisone is actually it's breaking down muscle. It's a catabolic steroid as opposed to an anabolic steroid, which builds muscle. So if an athlete gets hurt and they're on the injured reserve list, it might actually suit them a lot better to be on anabolic steroids for a little while to rehab rather than be on corticosteroids, which are breaking down the muscles and actually making them weaker.
Right.
So we have no problem with letting people break stuff down and get weaker, or take painkillers and Vicodin and all these other things. But, as we were talking about therapeutic uses of performance-enhancing drugs, there are therapeutic uses. And that's why we tried to explore this, because it seems like people want to keep these drugs away from athletes, when as athletes may be the ones that actually need them the most. And we're denying these people medical treatment based on their jobs. which in any other facet is absolutely ridiculous. Like, we wouldn't look at it like, hey, you're a radio host, you can't take that certain pill or something. You know, it's based on their job because it can increase performance.
That part of the movie blew me away too, because he went through a bunch of professions and what they do to be better at what they do. And the Air Force, it's legal for those guys to be on what again? I don't.
They take dextroamphetamine, which is an amphetamine basically, and it's not actually they are allowed to take amphetamines. They're actually required to carry amphetamines in the airplane. And there's been a couple of incidents where people got a little jumpy and pulled the trigger a little too quick, and people died.
Right.
And so, we examine this, America's win-at-all-cost culture, like I said, and, we have an Air Force, and people are up flying in their planes, and they're taking amphetamines. Is that safe? Is it safe for,
But they're taking it to make their jobs better. And that's to perform better, and that's the key to the... that. And supposedly we're the only Air Force that has that in the world or something?
We're the only Air Force that allows their pilots to be on amphetamines.
The results are good, though. You got to be honest. The Air Force, we tend to have air superiority. But they're all doing crank like truckers.
Oh, yeah. I have no problem with that, but that's the point he's making in this movie, that there's a lot of, professions out there that are doing whatever it takes to be better at their jobs. Like, even you went as low as, like, not low, but you explored musicians and what they're taking to perform better in an orchestra.
Yeah, orchestra musicians or symphony musicians, they're using beta blockers because it basically blocks the flow of adrenaline to the heart. And a lot of these guys are, they're nervous and they get up there and they're kind of nerdy and they're afraid to be in front of an audience. And so they take this beta blocker, so it just relieves all that stage fright and all that tension that they have, and it allows them to actually perform. And I said to them, well, look, what if a kid in a marching band decides that because you're taking these drugs that he wants to take them, sort of like Barry Bonds, and the guy actually laughs at me. Nobody's going to do that. And I'm like, well, how do you know? Because these are the same people that are preaching like steroids are bad, don't do steroids, because they teach kids to do steroids. And, everybody else is on a drug. And my younger brother, Smelly, in the movie says, everybody's on a drug. Why am I the bad guy?
Right.
And I said, because you're on steroids. And that's, the steroids have this stigma in America that they are so bad and they're so wrong. And I just wanted to kind of explore that, and not to condone it or anything, just kind of say, why has this happened? Why, because Lyle Alzado blamed it on steroids? Is that the reason?
And they can't really prove that steroids is bad, right, for the most part?
Well, the problem is that there's not enough studies, and they need to do more research.
Right.
So, if you want to really explore whether steroids are good or bad, you just need to put more research in.
What exactly causes roid rage? Because you hear that term all the time. Guys who do roids want to, put in their fist through a wall. What is it?
What causes roid rage really is the media, because it's actually a non-medical term. It's a term that was made up by the media to kind of demonize steroids. Mm-hmm. We've always said in context of steroids can increase aggression. They're a hormone, so hormones affect moods. So if you're already, an angry guy, you're going to be a more angry guy, or a super jerk rather than being just a jerk. Let
me jump in, because like Reefer Madness, roid rage. He showed a scene from an after-school type special movie. Was that Ben Affleck?
Yeah,
it was Ben Affleck on roids, having roid rage, just completely losing his effing mind, destroying his house. It was hilarious.
What made him so angry? Did he see his latest script?
It was hilarious.
And he beat up his girlfriend.
It was just so over the top, ridiculous. Like, this is what happens, just like Reefer Madness did back in the day. This is what will happen if you're on steroids. And the media loves to use the word steroids. You had a wonderful montage about how they add steroids into everything to make it ominous.
Yeah, everything's on steroids. And that's all of a sudden cool, though, because you would never see somebody say, this is our SUV on crack, or this is our SUV on cocaine.
But they'll say
this is our SUV on steroids, because steroids in certain contexts are used to actually amplify something or make something look better.
Right.
What's with the testicle shrinking? Because that's a side effect they say happens.
I don't know, you tell me.
No. The shower was cold. Get out of here. But no, that they say that it does shrink your testicles. Is that true? Or is it a myth? And
Absolutely.
What causes it?
What happens is when you inject testosterone from an outside source, such as anabolic steroids, what happens is your natural testosterone production shuts down, and that your testes are what produces testosterone. So the testicles will shrink. As soon as you get off of the drug, the testicles will go back to the normal size.
And how long of doing them before your testicles shrink? Like, is it like almost immediately, or do you have to be on them for a while?
If you're on them for like a couple weeks, but it's not like they're going to shrink down to nothing and then come back. They definitely will shrink a little bit and then, come back a little bit. And there's actually a guy who has done studies in measuring them, which I don't want to get involved in.
Yeah, no kidding.
Where can you find him? At suckyjobs.com?
The world's most dangerous jobs.
I laughed out loud because they were showing some female bodybuilders and they're happy that they still look feminine. I'm like, have you seen yourself in the mirror? What are you talking about?
I think that's a lot of like this body dysmorphia,
Right.
which we talk about, which goes both ways. You see a guy looking in the mirror and he sees a giant, and he's a little skinny 110-pound guy.
Mhm.
And then you see vice versa. I get a lot of guys at the gym coming up to me and they're huge and they're just going like, hey bro, how do I get as big as you? And I'm like, you're 3 times the size of me. What are you talking about? And they just don't see themselves as big enough. And so you see that in both ways. And in the women, it's really funny because these women get out of control on steroids. And steroids are terrible for women because they're male hormones. And so for women to take male hormones, there's a lot of problems that occur.
Right.
I would gather.
I've seen the porn videos. They have certain features that get a little larger.
Yeah.
I don't mind that, though. That's kind of a thing for me. But
That explains China and what was going on down there.
See,
I'm thinking.
and that's the thing.
I'm thinking because you say that part of the body gets bigger if you're on roids.
Absolutely. And what happens is, when you're taking steroids as a woman, that's irreversible.
Oh, really?
Your balls shrink. They'll come back to normal. If it enlarges your clitoris, it's not going to shrink back down, to normal after you get off the steroids. Also, it roughens the skin for women. It does a lot of things that, they should really seriously look into before they get involved in taking steroids.
I like that you were brave enough to go after Arnold Schwarzenegger as well.
Well, Arnold was one of my heroes growing up,
Right.
and then I actually voted for him.
I saw that.
Living in California, I live in Venice, California, and I voted for him. And then I go into Gold's Gym, and they're pulling all the Arnold's posters off the wall. And I said, "What's going on here?" And they said, "Oh, well, Arnold is basically looking for money for these photos because we don't have the license to him." And I said, "Well, why is he doing that?" And basically, it was a move to get Gold's Gym to remove all the posters because Arnold doesn't want to be associated with bodybuilding anymore.
Well, he's distancing himself from the steroid controversy. Just to explain to people, this gym in California, Gold's Gym, where Arnold, made his name. Ever since Arnold made his name, they've had like a shrine to him, basically, all over Gold's Gym. And when he was reelected, he told everybody to take all his crap out of Gold's Gym. It was actually a big deal in the bodybuilding community.
Yeah,
that he did this.
It's kind of very emotional for us meatheads that go to
Right.
Gold's Gym and looking up at the wall, and Arnold's no longer there. And he was always, I think, an inspiration to all of us, and he's always been a hero to me.
Yeah.
And while he's trying to distance himself from bodybuilding, he's also at the same time saying we need to crack down on steroids, and at the same time sponsoring a bodybuilding competition in which every single competitor is on steroids and his name's on that competition.
Right, and you wanted to get Arnold for your movie. He didn't return the calls, and he finally has a chance to confront Arnold on steroids. And I got to laugh at you. You kind of blew it.
Yeah, well, what happens is...
listen to this story, man.
What happens is, we called Arnold several times, and we got into his, we got to his office, we got into it. And finally, I go down to Muscle Beach because he's going to present this award to Joe Weider, who founded the Muscle and Fitness magazines and everything. And I get down to Muscle Beach, and finally Arnold's there, and he's right in front of me, and he grabs my arm, and I'm shaking hands with him, kind of like the old Predator, where he's like, "You son of a bitch." And,
Dylan!
Dylan!
Yeah.
And so we totally kind of reenact that scene, and I'm standing there holding him, and I'm about to ask him a question, and he like kind of turns around and walks away. And in that same very moment, a guy starts snapping pictures, and he goes, "What's your name?" And I said, What did I do wrong? I'm Chris Bell. What's the matter? And he goes, "I'm from the LA Times. You're going to be on the cover of the LA Times with the governor tomorrow." So while I couldn't confront Arnold or ask him the questions I wanted to ask him, I somehow weirdly ended up on the cover of the LA Times with him.
Showing off your bicep with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The one thing that he did say to me was, "Look at those arms. Look at those arms."
Yeah.
I was flexing with him.
Two other things. We should bring Steve in here because he's on all those supplements. But before that, get Steve. But before that, you showed this cow in this movie, and I think if you go to
this is a bad segue from Steve, by the way.
I know. Oh God! if you go to biggerstrongerfastermovie.com, the trailer shows the cow. This thing is a freak of nature. It's basically a cow with double the muscle mass that they're engineering.
It has a double muscling gene, and so what we talk about in the movies, this is a Belgian blue bull. And a Belgian blue bull weighs about 2,900 pounds. It's all muscle, and it's all natural. It's on no steroids whatsoever. It's genetically enhanced. It basically has a certain gene, and they're identifying that gene in human beings. It's called myostatin. And with lower levels of myostatin, it's kind of like a governor on a car.
Right.
It's like how fast you can go, and if you take that governor off, so if you lower your myostatin levels, basically your body can get bigger and bigger and bigger, increasing in size to who knows what, proportions. And so they're actually using this to cure these poor kids with muscular dystrophy. And at the same time, the same scientist that's trying to cure kids with muscular dystrophy, he's getting phone calls from crazy football coaches around the country wanting to guinea pig their football teams on this stuff. And the guy's like, no way, man, I can't do that. Like, ethically, that would be totally, I'd go to jail forever.
Sure.
And so it's just interesting that we live in this culture where we start developing these drugs for these good causes. And it's kind of always like, it's almost like we're getting into this superhero realm of like, if it falls into the wrong hands, who knows what'll happen because we don't have studies on any of this stuff.
Right, and it just looks like a cow, like it looks like a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
you got
a bodybuilder cow.
You got to see this thing. It's ripped. The cow is ripped.
Yeah, the worst thing is it doesn't even work out. It just stands in a field and eats
Right.
grass.
You gotta.
I train every day and it looks way better than I do.
I know this is radio, but when it pops up on our screen, where we're looking at the trailer right now, Jimmy's going to have quite a reaction because this thing is ridiculous looking. Do you know where it is, or it's coming up? Okay. Yeah, and we'll put the trailer up on onaradio.com. Actually, it's already up there. See, we update onaradio.com as we go now, thanks to Stunt Brain. There you go.
Oh, my God.
Look at that thing.
It looks like a bull.
Well, it's a bull.
Armor plated.
Okay, I was right.
It looks armored plated, right?
Yeah, it looks like a giant armadillo.
Sure. Yeah.
It's all muscle, and it's definitely like they show these bulls in competitions. They're kind of award-winning.
Amazing.
Bulls.
And then finally, the supplement business is. I didn't know that it was a $23 billion a year business.
I think in the movie we say we market as a $24 billion.
$24 billion, okay.
Close enough. Industry, and it's basically an industry that's sort of unregulated.
Yeah.
In a way that basically anything that's found in the food supply that's not a banned substance is allowed to be a dietary supplement, and you can market it however you want. You could take a guy that is on steroids and put him in the ad and say this guy took so and so product, and that's how he got the way that he looks.
And blown off the fact that he's actually putting needles in his butt.
And actually, an interesting story. One of my friends spoke to me in the film, and he was very honest. This guy Christian Boving, he worked for a company called Muscle Tech. So he spoke to me in the film, and he was actually fired from his position as a spokesmodel for Muscle Tech because he spoke to me in the movie and they saw it on CNN. And what he basically says is, of course I take supplements. I take all their supplements, but of course I take steroids too, because if anybody thinks they're going to take a pill and look like me, you should be smarter than that.
Mm-hmm.
And so his company basically released him and said, you can't talk about steroids. We don't support steroids. It's the same company that sponsors the Mr. Olympia contest, and going back to not drug testing, the Mr. Olympia doesn't drug test, so it's full of steroids. So you have the Mr. Olympia contest full of steroids, sponsored by Muscle Tech, yet they're going to fire their spokesman because he actually was honest about something.
Wow. And the supplement business, it all takes place in Utah.
A lot of it takes place in Utah, like about a quarter of it.
Yeah, they make most of the supplements in Utah.
Well, everything comes from China. Everything comes from China.
And it was funny because he was walking through one of these
lead muscles.
He was walking through one of these like health food type of places, and you were just pointing out everything you've tried in the supplement business, all the power shakes and muscle milk and all this stuff. You're like, oh, I did that, try that. And then a really funny scene, he got a couple Mexicans from like outside Home Depot and decided to make his own supplement because that's how easy it is to do. You just buy the raw ingredients, mix it up however the hell you want, put a cool label on it, and take a picture, and you're ready to go.
And what you put on the side is a proprietary blend.
Right.
Proprietary blend means you have to list the ingredients, but you don't actually have to say how much is in there. So you can do these like little techniques to kind of exploit that. And I should say that there are a lot of great supplements out there, and I use a lot of supplements. But I basically know what I'm using them for, and I think people just need to understand and acknowledge what the dietary supplement business is and what they can use to actually help them achieve their goals.
Well, I got to say, I got to be careful too because I work out obviously, and I do a lot of time on the elliptical.
Yeah,
and I take a fish oil pill and a vitamin B complex. Am I hurting myself? Back to you.
I don't think so. I mean, like I said, certain supplements like fish oil has been shown to be very beneficial to lower the risk of heart attacks and cholesterol and all these things. And let's look at, let's say like fish oil, for example. Could be a great supplement, but there's a lot of crappy companies out there that are not regulated, so we don't know that the amount of fish oil it's saying that's in the capsule is actually in there, and that's the problem. It's like we don't know what we're getting ever.
Yeah, you got to talk to Steve. Get him off the half.
Come on, Steve.
He comes in here sweating half the time.
No, the sweating is from a lot of the coffee, but I used to take a lot of the fat burner supplements. I'm off most of them now. Like hydroxycuts and a lot of the ephedra-based stuff before it was banned.
Yeah.
Now a lot of what I do is just vitamins, like a power pack of vitamins every day. It's like CLA, GLA, omega 369, flaxseed oil, garlic ester C, a multivitamin, and that's 3 times a day. So it's like 33 pills a day.
And then you burp that all up, and these guys probably walk around disgusted at you, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not the most appetizing thing. Yeah.
Well, the problem with a lot of these vitamins and these minerals and stuff, like I said, we don't have a lot of studies on this stuff.
Right.
A lot of them you can't really absorb, so you can take a lot of these vitamins. And the reason why you burp them up, or you pee and it's like totally lime green, it looks like lemon lime Gatorade, is because you're not absorbing them and your body's actually just rejecting them. So a lot of these supplements, I'm not saying like good or bad, it's the same. We don't really have enough knowledge to know.
Is it true though you could get vitamins that are more water solvent or something like that you'll get more benefits from it? Joe Rogan was telling us that a lot of the guys that work in the sewers, they laugh because they see nothing but multivitamins completely whole. They just come out of you, they barely break down because they're packing so much crap into these vitamins.
I think there's like a lot of supplement companies out there working on getting vitamins with better absorption rates.
Right.
But the best way to get vitamins is from eating whole foods, eating fruits and vegetables and things like that.
The old-fashioned way.
Yeah. We don't do that anymore at all. Everything we have in America now is processed, and that's one of the reasons why we have such a high obesity rate. Is everything's processed, and your body doesn't process that as well.
Right. Well, the movie's called Bigger, Stronger, Faster. I really like this movie a lot. I thought it was very, very interesting, Chris. Chris Bell. Website, biggerstrongerfastermovie.com.
Limited release is May 30th, and I guess you can get a list of where you can see it on the website.
Yeah, on the website, and also Magnolia. Magnolia Pictures is our distributor, and it's magpictures.com, and they have a whole list of the rollout and where it's going to be.
Great. And you got some backing. It was the producers that produced Fahrenheit 9/11 and Bowling for Columbine. So.
Absolutely, yeah. Jim Zarneski and Kurt Engfer were our co-producers on the project, and they did such a great job at kind of helping us tell this story. And the one thing I should say is that I wanted to tell a story that was right down the middle. So I wanted to kind of take what Michael does and actually show both sides of it and let everybody speak on the issue and let everybody come out and try to figure it out.
It's kind of refreshing when you see a documentary there's no agenda. I mean, it was like make up your own mind for the most part. You weren't trying to say steroids are bad or steroids. You're right, just what you said.
Well, I think that, as a filmmaker, I see films and I'm preached to a lot, and I don't want to be
I don't like that.
I just want to know, like, what are the facts, and then let me know, and I'll make a decision at the end.
Very cool. Chris Bell, everyone. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll continue in just a bit. Opie and Anthony.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
We got a real busy morning. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. We got Gallagher. He's going to be on the show in a few minutes here. And we got a gas promotion going on. I hear there's a cluster F somewhere.
Yeah?
I think Keith's going to be calling in with that. Where's the gas? Do we need to promote it one more time?
We don't need to.
Are we getting, like, huge media coverage?
There is News Channel 12 at both locations.
Wow!
Yes. We have the Double 12 in Jersey on Route 17 South, Rutherford, the Luke Oil Station, and Sunrise Highway in Wantagh, the Luke Oil Station. They're lined up around the block.
That's the report?
Yeah, and Sasha, who's on the scene in Rutherford, says it's totally packed, wrapped around twice around the block there.
It's a madhouse. There you go. Free gas for everybody before the long holiday weekend. Where's Keith? I want to check in with Keith in a minute or two here. In other news... Indiana Jones, the movie opened, at midnight. Tim went and saw it.
Oh!
He said it was really good.
I really liked it.
I liked it too.
What did he say? Indiana Jones?
Yeah, and the crystal skull thing or whatever the movie's called.
How does Harrison Ford look, and how is it? Does he still pull it off? I mean,
I gotta tell you, like what I've seen, like the trailers and like just stuff on the internet.
Yeah,
he doesn't look that much older.
No,
really.
I know. It's really amazing what they did. What they Industrial Lights and Magic do that?
They were doing something. He obviously aged. It's been 18 years between movies or something?
18 years?
I think something like that.
Wasn't it 89?
89. So, wow, 18, 19 years, right?
Yeah, and there was a bush in the White House then, too. How weird is that?
Ooh.
Wow, that's really weird.
What the hell are we going to... Wow, what does that mean?
I've had enough of Harrison
That's
Ford.
Illuminati stuff.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Harrison Ford,
Yes,
Jimmy?
He's great, but I'm tired of him and his charming chin scar. Beat it.
Beat it,
Beat it.
stupid. Keith the Cop, everybody, to talk about the cluster F. Keith?
Hello. Yeah, hold on. I was just finishing talking to the local police department.
Ooh.
There's been some, a little bit of mayhem.
Mayhem?
Yeah,
What?
the gas station. People, they're fighting over this free gas.
Are they?
Of course they are.
And I'd like to thank the Opie and Anthony listeners who, get out of bed at 7 o'clock and then decide to drive down for a radio promotion. People have been here since 4 o'clock this morning. What do you mean I can't get online?
Oh, really? It's getting a little crazy down there.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see if this gentleman has a ticket. He just snuck into the line. Hold on. Sir, are you here for the free gas promotion? Someone told me about it. Someone told you about it? Do you have a ticket? No. What time did you...
Let's say hi to the Beast.
Oh, no.
The Beast, what's going on?
How you doing? Opie, happy B-Day, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate all the happy birthdays on instant feedback, the pal talk, shut up, Jimmy, and all the phone calls. What do you got, the Beast?
Now, first of all, Joe and Anthony, they're not alcoholics. Alcoholics go to meetings.
Boo!
Oh, you didn't. No, you didn't use that.
You know what the difference between an alcoholic and a drunk is? Us
What's
drunks
that?
don't have to go to all them damn meetings. Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
Beast.
How old is that gag?
How come Channel 11's not there, Anthony?
Yeah, why isn't your chick covering our gas promotion?
Exactly.
What am I?
Hey, maybe
I
do the right
run
thing
the
for
station?
the show.
She did cover it. She thought it was like a traffic delay. She didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what it was. I don't program the news.
No, why don't you get us in over there?
All
Help
right.
us out.
Thank you, the Beast.
Help me out here, Hendry.
Hey, American Idol's over. Boy, was it really exciting last night.
I couldn't even have told you that it was done.
The show's been on for 4 months, something like that? Yeah.
I was one of its biggest fans a few years back, and now this year lost complete interest.
Because you got single and you realized it sucked.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's an awful show.
Oh, yeah.
4
I didn't
months.
realize that.
And this is all you really needed.
You guys are fantastic guys. We've really enjoyed both of you. Best of luck to both of you, Davis, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here we go, America.
So exciting.
Boring. Ladies and gentlemen, David and David, the winner by 12 million votes of American Idol 2008 is...
So, Keith, what's going on down there at our free gas promotion?
Free gas promotion is going wonderfully.
Yeah.
Like I said, you got to love the people who rolled out of bed minutes ago and think they're going to come down here. And,
Same line.
What, Keith?
He thinks his phone.
Keith.
So he repeated the joke.
I know.
I actually didn't even hear it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't because he played the Orson Welles sound clip.
Yeah. So it's mayhem or pandemonium?
It's both. We have both. We have mayhem and pandemonium.
Yeah.
But we had about 125 cars lined up here for free gas, and it's going quite well.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Keith.
Keith live on the scene.
We're hoping for huge media coverage, possibly CNN, but we got News 12.
News
so
12.
That's good enough.
We got the chopper.
And there is a chopper. That's good. All right. Thanks, Keith.
Gonna hope Omar comes out of it by the neck.
Hey, something really interesting just happened on the news. Bill Evans here in New York, he teases a dog to attack him. He's wearing the padded suit.
It lunged at his face.
This bit has been done many times on TV.
Yeah.
The dog won't let go of his arm, and the anchors have to awkwardly move on.
They move on?
Yeah, listen to this.
All right.
You want a piece of me? You look like you drink water out of my toilet. You want to get a piece of me? You want me? You're not a tough. Come on, get me. Come on. Whoa! Well, nice doggy. There'll be a little kibble for you. Whoa! Wow! Whoa! Okay, I give up. I give up.
Wow. Is there a word for the dog to stop? Great. All right.
30 years.
We'll get back to Bill, and you'll be in one piece. Thank you, Bill.
Wow.
Be careful.
That is fantastic. Be careful.
How do you not love the news? One of their friends is being mauled, and they go to commercial.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll get back to Bill. Be careful. Ooh, is there a word?
Wait, let me ask Anthony, are we allowed to make fun of local news still?
Yeah.
Are you going to allow us to do that? Now
Yeah,
that you're
I think...
dating a superstar of the local news here in New York City?
I think we can still make light of the local news, yes.
They're still hacks, right?
I did have to think, though. Wait.
And have no improv skills like that lady. Oh, be careful.
I did have to think, what station is that?
Yeah, I'm
at
sure.
first, because if it was, CW11 here in New York, I'd be like, hey, back off a little bit.
All right, Tim Russert.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good quickie, too. Doing some quickies before we take a break and get
He's the one with
Gallagher
the
in here.
little beady eyes, right? He does all the debates. He hosts all the debates. He's the moderator.
I don't know. Wolf Blitzer does them, too, right?
No.
Are you thinking Wolf Blitzer?
No, I'm thinking of Russert.
Okay, then it's Russert.
He's a douche.
Listen to what happened to Tim Russert.
For example, my program of Meet the Press, no one has appeared on that program from 1962 to 1948. It's the longest span of anybody in American politics.
What? From 1962 to 1948?
You don't know what happened there. Listen again. Will you listen?
I'm listening. I couldn't figure it out. Ask Jimmy. He doesn't know either.
Will you listen? Are you still hungover? What's going on with you?
Hungover? I'm fine. I didn't even drink that much yesterday.
Let's hear it again.
What, do you want a medal? You got the Big J hat on today. You got Jill's hat on today. It's very cute. Now listen closely.
All right, I'll listen.
For example, my program of Meet the Press, no one has appeared on that program from 1962 to 1948. It's the longest span of anybody in American politics.
You got it?
No, I have no idea what he's saying.
Who's got it? Not one person in this studio has it.
Thank God I didn't get it.
Does anyone on Pal Talk have it?
1962 to 48.
First of all,
maybe I teased this during the break. Get some of that TSL up, huh? What do you think, guys?
Boy, if that doesn't do wonders for the ratings, nothing.
The fact that he said nobody appeared on it?
No.
The years were backwards?
Huh? Oh, my God, you guys.
What? Now it's you. If all of us don't know and you do, you're the weirdo.
Oh, wait a minute.
I will be honest. I'm the only one that has it written down in front of me. So
okay.
I'll at least say that.
I might have gotten it.
You might have got it?
One more time?
All right.
For example,
did you read this?
My program of Meet the Press, no one has appeared on that program from 1962 to 1948. It's the longest span of anybody in American politics.
He actually, yes, I got it.
Okay.
Yep.
What is it?
I'm not going to say it, but he's right. They do control the media.
E-Rock thinks he said, instead of saying politics, he said politi.
No, it's not that.
No.
Why would it be that? Like,
No one.
He talked backwards.
No one's got it.
No.
I can't wait to hear what this is because
Tim, you got it?
Nope. Hope it was a bat hitting his head. I hate them, Russia. Tool.
Should we wait till after the break? That wouldn't be nice. Now,
Well, maybe.
It'd be very mean to the listeners.
Because we all need to know.
No one has appeared from 1962 to 1948. It's the longest stretch. I have no idea.
One more time?
Who's he talking to, first of all?
I don't know.
Himself.
Aha.
One more time. Listen very, very closely.
All right, I'm listening so closely.
That is your clue, my friend.
Here we go.
Listen very closely.
For example, my program of Meet the Press, no one has appeared on that program from 1962 to 1948. It's the longest span of anybody in American politics.
It says 1962 to 1948. That's backwards.
It's the longest bin of anybody.
Blue Healer got it. Bill D. from Jersey got it. Scott Bryant got it. Tim, you got it?
I don't know. I think I might.
What do you think
People
happened?
on Pal Talk got it. Don't look on Pal Talk, Anthony, please. Tim?
Just a,
What?
Just the guy he's talking to is just going,
You got it, Tim. A man made a sound.
It's not that a guy went. It's that Tim Russert went.
What? He blasts one?
Yes.
No way.
I thought that was a guy talking to him.
No.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So did Tim. Tim goes, the guy's just saying, No,
let me hear that then.
That's Tim Russert. A lot of people did get it on.
Is that why he got flustered?
Well, yes, that's why he messed up everything. So that threw you off because you're thinking he misspoke, which he did.
All right.
But the reason he misspoke is because he had something going on. Listen.
Let us enjoy the hilarity.
All right.
For example, my program, Meet the Press, no one has appeared on that program from 1962 to 1948.
Oh, that sounds like someone going,
of anybody in American politics.
That sounds like someone going,
And he wouldn't acknowledge, would he?
Oh, man, he's got a poofy chair.
Would they mic it? Jeez, it's loud.
Listen again.
For example, my program, Meet the Press, no one has appeared on that program from 1962 to 1948. It's the longest span of anybody in American politics.
And Tim goes, just that the guy was going, It gets funnier every time you hear it now.
For example, my program, Meet the Press, no one has appeared on that program from 1962 to 1948. It's the longest span of anybody in American politics.
He fell apart completely.
Oh, yeah.
Because then he's like, oh, my God, did that just happen? Looks like a lot of people were getting free gas at the news station. Thank you. Well, you know, good for one a day. Do we have an Antolini update from young Sam? Really?
After over 36 hours, Anthony Cumia has resurfaced to tell the story of the first official Antolini date.
Anthony has come home.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony Show, my friend.
The two started with dinner, but moved quickly onto the good stuff, errands and in-laws.
We might have made a stopover at the Nicolini house.
Oh, my God. You don't meet parents?
Jill and Anthony have officially ended their first date, but a second one is on the horizon. Could a baby be next? We'll keep you updated as Antolini Gate 08 evolves.
There's your update.
I love this, the over-the-top speculation. It goes from one day to, can a baby be next?
Over the top?
Yes. It's over-the-top speculation.
They've been very accurate, just like The Insider
Really?
and TMZ and Access Hollywood. Very, very accurate, yes. We're going to go to break with the Ass Whisperer. I love this little thing. Does it need a setup, you think? No? Okay, no setup.
Coming up next?
Gallagher.
Yes.
Yes.
For some patients, the ability to communicate is not an option.
Look over and be like some 80-year-old woman with her legs spread.
But one man is about to change their lives forever.
Did someone say something?
For the terminally ill who live in darkness,
What the is that?
Dr. Anthony Cumia,
Who said that?
has found a way to bring light to their remaining days on Earth, using a rare gift he never knew he had.
Oh my God, what have I done?
He'll learn to love those he never knew existed.
I think I know what you're going for. You're going for sexy. You're coming off as whiny.
O&A Pictures
What a hot voice that is.
and Depends Undergarments
I love it.
present a true story
You're an ass.
of one man's inability to distinguish a voice from a fart.
You're talking out your ass.
The Ass Whisperer, coming soon
Oh, stop it.
to the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. We got lots going on. We got Basil Teas here, cooking breakfast once again. Hooper Avenue, Toms River, New Jersey. Want to thank Stephen Farley for cooking up the eggs and the steak and pancakes. Not bad, right?
A little bit of everything. Nice.
We got Gallagher in studio, and he was commenting that this is a little different than other radio shows.
Appetite is the smell. You need to smell. This is why we eat the turkey at 2 o'clock, because you can't last till 5 when you've smelled it cooking all day. It's part of my idea to have a family reunion resort. You know, this would be a big room surrounded by bedrooms with a kitchen there for communing and bonding and cooking and having reunions and getting the kids off the street from joining gangs by realizing they already belong to a gang, their extended family. It's what I'm doing in the second half of my life here. Instead of being known as the guy that smashed watermelons, I want to bring America's families together. Good idea, huh?
Good luck with that one. Well,
That's a hell of an introduction.
Do you have ideas on how to accomplish that?
Sure. I talk about it on the radio.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it gives the idea out there. I'm quite an inventor and a visionary. You know, I have a new toilet that you can't throw the toilet paper in and back up, and this saves water. I made a contract with Niagara Toilets. They're being built right now in China.
You really have
it's simple.
an invention.
It's just a chamber behind the water that the kids can't get to with a float in it and a rod that turns the water off when it comes up in the bowl. But combined with Niagara's wonderful trough that they have so the water doesn't touch the flapper in the bottom.
Well, of course.
And so when you dump it over, it doesn't leak, you see. Combining the two of them, it's going to be a wonderful new toilet for the bars. You know, they always do it at the bars. You go in there and it's messy, and we're
and they
fixing
jam
that.
up the toilet, keep flushing, and then it
I have an
overflows.
invention for the new slot machines for this generation of kids that's going to go into the casino and realize that the video isn't as involving as their games at home. I was just at the CES convention in Vegas, and they had these beautiful games on the screens, you know, demonstrating the new screens. And then I walked into the casino, and I thought, there's 100 years difference here between the technology. This new generation of kids aren't going to be interested in these slot machines. So I came up with new software. Imagine 3 watermelons are coming down to the pay line, right, on a Gallagher slot machine. They could burst, break in half, or bounce. And you're a winner when the action matches and not just the icon. Say naked or just bikini girls are coming down on parachutes, and when they hit the pay line, their boobs continue, or one boob continues, or their boobs break off and bounce back. It's involving. It's fun.
And then
it's
it has to match.
Has to match. Say 3 birds
God.
are flying down to an electric wire. They either get electrocuted and their feathers fly off, or the hunter shoots them, or there's a hole in them, or they squat and lay an egg. It could be involving and fun for everybody, and I'm trying to make the world a better place.
You decided...
I'm sorry, are you still doing stand-up, or are you only concentrating on inventions now? I mean, I know you're doing the Stress Factory.
It doesn't... Hey, going to a bar late at night and telling jokes is not a real big problem. You know, I got all day I mostly trade stocks until the market closed. It does inventing something
all over the place. Are you a day trader?
Sure.
Yeah.
But I like to investigate what America is doing. Nobody's saying anything about Obama and Hillary having a full schedule. You know, anybody can. I like to work. I maybe sleep a couple hours, but I mean, inventing something just takes a moment. Obama, he needs to be a totally black guy, though, to get the black vote.
You think?
But then Hillary's not totally a lady. You know, it's hard to find a total thing in America. You can't name one thing that's absolutely all the way one thing. That's what I talk about.
Oh, wow.
I think...
in my act.
Sure you can. Lunatic.
I'm not a lunatic.
You are, but it's not a bad thing. Of course you are. Your
I
mind
am
works.
not.
Your
The
mind-
world is a lunatic. How about these kids don't pull their pants up? How stupid is it to walk around with your butt hanging out? You can't run from the cops with your pants half off.
True.
How dumb is the sports? I mean, can you figure out what's a hard foul and a flagrant foul? Is it clear? No, and it's
of course
important.
not. It's a judgment
It's
call.
important, too.
I do agree.
And the kids in Chicago didn't know the difference between a spectator and a player. They leaned over the outfield, ruined the Cubs' chance of going to the World Series. I've been talking to umpires, and they admit that the strike zone is larger than the plate. They've changed the rules. You know, it's got to be wider. Plus, you talked about steroids. Should the records stand that were made before steroids or after?
Yeah, why not? Because athletes have been cheating all along.
Yeah, there's always been something with the rules.
They've always been
changing.
cheating.
Hey, how about Spencer?
How about that?
You want to talk about an idiot? Here's a governor that doesn't know what's going to trigger an investigation, and that's his area. You know, Clinton called him and said, "You were paying for it?"
What happened to Spitzer?
Did you get hit with your own mallet?
Why?
I'm just wondering.
No, I brought this along because I want to point out it's going to cost me $5,000 a year to check this damn thing now. It's I take 200 flights. It's going to be $25 every time.
You do have an airport baggage thing on there.
I just check it.
You got to check it, yeah.
Right.
You checked the Gallagher mallet.
Well, they wouldn't let him carry that on, I wouldn't think.
I used to just, come on board and put it in the overhead, and there were pretty girls waiting on me in the aisle, and the men drove the plane. But now the girls are the pilots, and the guys are in the aisle coming up and down. I told you, I look like a lunatic because I'm a smart, reasonable person in an otherwise ridiculous
In an insane
world.
society,
That's right.
a sane man must appear insane, right? That's from Star Trek.
Everybody,
Spock said that.
How smart does everybody look owning a truck as the price of gas goes up to $4 and $5?
Exactly. That's my sentiment exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody with a truck was looking really stupid now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
That's for sure. What are you driving these days? Anything?
Well, I rent cars.
A jet?
I rent cars.
He's driving everyone crazy. That's what he's driving.
I am, because I can solve the world's problem. Lower California, the Bay of California there, the Baja.
Yeah.
That's a perfect place to put a dam and get all that salt water out of there and have a whole new fertile valley so the Mexicans can grow avocados and almonds and never even come up into California.
In the Gulf of California?
Yeah, because it's been...
You're saying drain the Gulf of California?
Half of it. halfway down, there's some islands, so it's shallow there.
Gotcha.
The Colorado River drains into there, and it's full of fertilizer that comes off the fields in Arizona and Colorado.
So there's some fertile land under there.
And underneath it is all those eons of the Colorado coming in there. The silt must be rich and full, and the drug lords could run this because they're not going to stop growing cocaine and marijuana until they make money at something else. And avocados and almonds are the second and third thing that I pay for.
They're
besides
so hard to snort.
marijuana and cocaine. That's right.
That's going to be a tough sell, though, to the drug lords. Look.
No, it isn't.
Avocados.
Segue from coke into avocado.
No, they want it just like the Corleones. They want to straighten out the family and leave them a legitimate business. Plus, it's in Mexico. That's corrupt. They can pay for it. And, Al Gore's not going down there and say, we've got wallowing whales that need this.
I'll give you that.
We need more arable land for food.
I'm sure there wouldn't be one environmentalist that would try to argue the impact of damming off the Gulf of California.
But you can't continually turn farmland into suburbs.
Well, no, you run out of farmland.
Here's an idea that creates new farmland. Come on, call that a lunatic.
I'm digging this already.
Let's go. What is it?
No, I'm
draining that thing.
Oh, that idea that I wasn't listening to.
What's the matter with that?
Listen. I apologize because our executive chef Steven over there, he brought in some watermelon, and I'm sure at this point in your career you don't really like looking at watermelon, do you now?
I'm going to be smashing it over at the Stress Factory.
Yeah, Stress Factory.
You are
this
there
weekend?
actually, by the way.
Friday and Saturday.
Tonight, tomorrow.
No, Friday and Saturday.
I'm sorry, Thursday. Friday, Saturday. Are you doing Sunday too, right?
And Sunday. Wow, look at that.
StressFactory.com,
732-545-HA-HA.
How many HBO specials have you done? I mean, you've done a lot of specials.
I did 14, and they're all available on 4 DVDs in one box for a lousy $20. What if your life amounted to $20?
$20. That's your
14 hours on HBO?
That's right, because I'm not afraid to try new material all the time. These comics that go up and do their set without ever taking a chance don't grow.
Just say
as
Rich
an
Voss.
Artist. But I do. I'll try something new all of the time.
Well, listening to you talk, I can see where the being prolific comes in, because I can tell the way your mind works. You're going from agriculture to the toilets to the... I mean, obviously your head's always moving, so that there's...
Plus, it's radio. We've got to keep this moving. How many...
you got to keep talking.
How many
miles an hour.
You get these interview in here, and you ask them a question, they answer it really quick and leave you nothing to go on, and it's dead air.
They'll say yes or no.
Now, I have a reason to be on the radio. I want people to think, America's tradition is to be an inventor and not to follow others. That's communism. They should be individuals and not follow trends, fads, and fashions.
Now you did invent a lot of gag things for your show.
Wait a minute. What about the whole idea of smashing people? Steve Wynn just built a hotel in Vegas with a swimming pool in the middle of his theater in the round. Where did he get that idea? Did he pay me for it? No. They hand out towels. I went to the show there because they dropped pretty girls into the pool, and they said, "Do you mind getting splashed?" I said, "I invented it." What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I'm just thinking because now you're getting into like legitimate inventions. Were you doing that all the time, even during the time you were inventing, the tricycle with the window?
I've been trying my whole life.
Yeah.
To be active. This stops out.
And it finally hit with a crapper.
Hey,
the toilet.
Is it true
the toilet that you
that the Sledge-O-Matic was originally you invented that for Carlin, and he said no? Is that a rumor? Or is it the truth?
No, he knows it. I sent it to his address in Venice, Florida, and he sent me back a letter. He's the nicest guy besides Richard Pryor in show business. Most everybody's a jerk, but a
lot of people hated Pryor. I adore Pryor, but a lot of people thought he was a rough one to deal with.
No, the first time I met him, he invited me over to his house with everybody else on Saturday to have chicken and cocaine, and I went, and it was great.
Chicken and cocaine.
Who don't you like
I don't like everybody. They're all jerks.
Well, name a few.
Well,
we love naming names on this show. We talk about all the people we hate in our business.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily hate them. I just don't respect them as
like who?
Well, there was an interview you did in the Oregonian where they talked about there were certain comics you were bad-mouthing. Like Jim Carrey.
Wasn't bad-mouthing. I was telling the truth.
Okay,
If I was a reviewer...
Fair enough. Tell them the truth.
Well, Jim Carrey, would you get in a tree and spread your cheeks to express your comic talent? I mean, what art is this? That if I was making that movie about the dog or the animal guy, the veterinarian...
Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
Pet Detective?
Pet Detective, yeah. I wouldn't say, ooh, I can hardly wait to be on a full screen standing on a limb spreading my cheeks.
Or Jim Carrey, yeah.
That's the lowest form of comedy. You don't say, before me, no one was funny until I showed them their butt. Everybody knew the butt was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct. But I got to say, Carrey is great. I'm not necessarily a huge Carrey fan.
Listen,
but he's great at what he does. Like the Stooges were great at what they do. Slapstick.
What does he do? He overacts. All of the actors that work with him in the movies stepped back because they were all trying to be subtle and real. Jim is just going over the top with everything and making it nutty. And
Gallagher's making sense here.
You think?
It's over. It's too much.
I think he's right about Jim Carrey like that.
Really?
Well, I watched him I saw everybody when they first came to the Comedy Store. I saw
Letterman.
Well, I know them all from the very beginning, and I know whether they're, naturally funny or not. And Jim was painful when he'd get on stage because his stuff doesn't work in a nightclub. And when Dice Clay came out, he had to work his act up, and Robin Williams had no material. He's just a comic actor, and so he needs the comedians to show him what's funny. I saw him take joke areas and redo them, and then one joke that he took of mine was. I used to say that old people should smoke dope because it makes the time go slow. Well, Dave Letterman had a talk show out in L.A. at one time, and it didn't work. And he had Robin on, and Robin saw the ashtray on the coffee table, and he grabbed it and pretended to drink it, and he said, good, makes time go slow. And I knew he got that from me, but he just took the punchline, you see, and he just, but that's what...
He reworked it a little bit.
Yeah, well, you got to be kind of a good writer to know what to steal. But he's not really, a prolific comedian. He's an actor. Why else? Here's what's crazy about the movie business. Why do they get comedians to do serious parts? I mean, why wouldn't you get a serious actor?
Spanglish.
It was terrific. I gotta admit.
Why do all these comedians... First you qualify to be an actor in movies by being funny, and then they give you this... serious part.
I think like Jim Carrey, I think he might have wanted to get away from that whole wacky guy image
because
and try to be a serious actor.
That's why he was just using it as
20
an
mil,
entree.
20 mil a picture.
That's what it is. They're making them. They're proving guys who
the people go out and see.
Why.
So then, what do you just? You're actually saying that the humanity, the American people, are morons because they go out in droves and see his movies and love them.
Why would you qualify to do a serious movie by spreading your cheeks in a tree? Then you get to be Truman, and we all cry because your girlfriend left you, or you live in a bubble.
Sounds like you're obsessed with Jim Carrey. You know all his movies.
Well, I'm using it
Cave
as
his head in with that. Sledge-o-matic.
I'm using it as an example.
Being very careful here because he is
But,
sitting there with a mallet.
Robin Williams makes serious movies also.
He's a Juilliard actor, right? He's a Juilliard trained actor. I mean, I think that was like his original.
I don't like Robin Williams stand-up either. I think he people laugh and they just laugh out of thinking they should laugh because he's just coming up with stuff.
In a rhythm. He
seems
gets
to be off the top of his head, but it's not real funny if you break it down and look what he just said.
Conan.
It's not funny.
Conan is painful. I can't believe he's getting the Tonight Show because he's a terrible comic. It's all about silliness. It's never a full belly laugh. You just kind of go, and he had on the guy from I can't remember things. I can't remember the guy in this movie. You've been talking about him this morning about the Crystal Head or the
Indiana Jones. There,
right, he had
Harrison Ford.
Right, he had Harrison on there last night, and it was pretty painful and boring. And
Harrison Ford is an awful interview.
I can't believe that they qualify him to take the Tonight Show. You know, in America, we take the average, or you just get used to getting less and less. Like we used to get a nice meal on a plane, and now we get a bistro bag, and you have to grab it on the way in. And we used to have a wonderful anchor for the news, and then we ended up with Katie Couric, who was supposed to just do the on-the-street kicky little cute girl thing, but everybody else dies and she moves up and they give it to her and they finally realize she's not an anchor and you can't just make America accept no quality and no competence.
God damn it, he's right. You know what? You're absolutely right. That tittering crap that people pass off in comedy, it makes me sick. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what people are doing.
Gallagher's making sense somewhere in here?
Yeah,
okay.
completely.
All right.
He's turned me around.
Conan is for teenage girls. That's who laughs at him. That funny little stuff. He tells a joke, it doesn't get a laugh, and then he does something else, some kind of...
He'll put his face right in the camera.
Yeah.
And do something like that if the
he's
joke
like
bombs.
Carrot Top. He'll show you a prop and you don't laugh at it, and then he'll go, come on! Like asking for...
But you did say that we do laugh at Conan. How is it again?
like Jerry Seinfeld jokes. I mean, I never belly laughed at a Jerry Seinfeld observation. You just...
Really? A lot of people found him very funny, especially back
He was the fourth funniest guy on his own show. If they gave out medals... he wouldn't get the prize.
You know what? He's all right. Now you got me. He's making a lot of sense.
Funny.
By the way,
and he was playing a comic. Imagine being a comic and you're not funny on your own show. Everybody else gets a movie career. He's a voice of a cartoon. I'm a bee.
I want to call the Guinness Book of World Records because I think we just heard the longest sentence ever. Gallagher doesn't believe in periods. It's all commas and.
Best comic working, most prolific comic working. Best comic working, you think?
I saw the HBO special of the guy who's the delivery guy on King of Queens, and it was wonderful.
Patton Oswalt?
No, Kevin James.
Oh, Kevin James.
He pretended he was in the water, and he did his arms like this and screamed like a girl when the seaweed touched him. And then he was reading a card, like a woman taking a birthday card or a greeting card out. Wonderful pantomime use of his body.
Kind of like opening your butt cheeks in a tree.
No, not at all. This was art, the art of comedy. He did a wonderful, wonderful job. And I like the guy that you talked about, Dave Attell.
Dave is great.
If you want to be gross and pornographic, you can't beat Dave Attell. I like his joke about I was having sex doggy style with this girl. It wasn't anything I planned. She just fell asleep that way. That's very funny to me. I don't know.
You don't put a content thing on brutal or not brutal. Like you don't think you don't think cleaner is a higher form of the art than dirtier.
I'll tell you what. You go to that club he works in Boston late at night, and you can't do little cute jokes. You got to tell a joke like that because the college students are there. We're all drinking. Well, I was there, and that's the kind of comedy that you have to do at Fifth Place. I don't know what I'm going to be doing over there in New Jersey. If there, Sunday show might be real nice and polite, and I got to do political stuff, and I'll talk about, Clinton and Hillary, and then maybe Friday night's going to be rowdy, and I'll need.
What do you got on Hillary? What do you got on Hillary?
Well, I like to say that she's not really a woman totally, because we all know why. I mean, I think she has one ball. I think that I think that's what it cost Bill for the Monica Lewinsky. You ask who's got the gonads in that family. They each have one. Is what I think.
Who's going to be the next president?
It's the old man.
John McCain?
Because the Jews are having a problem voting for an Arab kind of guy with a name of bomb. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want people to think you're a terrorist, get rid of the bomb part.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty crazy. He's as much a black as Tiger. They're just lattes. They're only a half.
Oh my God.
They're only a half.
Wow.
If he was really a black guy, he'd have a white wife like Kobe.
Oh my God.
I want to hug Gallagher
and Montel and Tiger.
You said Tiger's not black though. He
has a short Oriental woman. If you wanted to have an athlete for a son, why would you have a small wife? I can't believe Archie Manning. See, he has both of his sons were quarterbacks, but I don't think he married a quarterback. I think he probably married a cocktail waitress or a stewardess or something, a pretty little girl. To me, an athlete like Shaq, he should have looked for a big hulking one of them big women from Russia, so we'd have another big Shaq. Instead, he married this sawed-off little woman, which he probably doesn't mind me saying now because he's divorcing her. But
she was tiny. I saw her on vacation.
What's he thinking there?
She could have been more than 5'2".
This is why Bill
5'4",
Walton's
maybe.
son is a forward. Instead of L.A. having a new center, we have a forward because he married somebody short. They need to think about who you're breeding with.
You're like almost like Jimmy the Greek talking.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, why don't they think ahead if they want their kid to be?
Gallagher? Are you suggesting we raise a super kids?
I think
a generation of super kids. I'm thinking
you should think about it if you want your son to drop back and not order drinks, instead pass. I mean, it's gotta. To me, if I was a woman, I wouldn't marry a guy with a big head. I mean, just look ahead, think about this. If it's coming between your legs, get a guy with a little pea head. Could you imagine marrying Shaq? God almighty. What would that? It's going to burst you. And she was little, too. They don't think ahead. I don't.
So you're saying basically genetically and stuff like that, you should think of DNA and genetics.
Yeah, there's plenty of lesbians they could have married from the, with athletic abilities.
Yeah.
Where they just wanted to have a really good quarterback or a really good basketball player. I mean, don't they think ahead on this?
Now, have you been doing stand-up all along, or did you stop, or did you keep going? You've been doing, because you always
I've been doing it all.
You have, right?
That's what I do. You see, that's what I'm saying. I do the hard job of entertaining people to their face drinking, which is even harder. And these other comics, when they kick out and get a talk show or a sitcom, they're admitting that they can't do this. It's too hard, and it is hard. But I've learned to do it, and I've studied it, and I think I do a good job. I think if you want to have a good time, you're going to get your money's worth with me. Which is the other thing I do is I keep my ticket price down. I'm not like Jerry Seinfeld. He's already rich. Who's $100 funny? You tell me that. Who in the hell is $100 funny? For laughing? Nobody. Why? And plus, he's already rich. I got like $1 billion for the replay of the shows of other people that were funnier than him. Why? Why does he have to charge $100?
Gallagher, we have to take a break.
Please stick around.
Yeah, Stress Factory.
I've been listening to these sponsors, and there's some pretty nuts stuff happening in these. But of course, I won't pick on your sponsors.
That's all right.
But I'm just telling you, there's some pretty crazy things happening.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey. 732-545-HAHA. GallagherSmash.com. StressFactory.com for ticket info.
These will sell out. It's a holiday weekend, obviously, so just get tickets because the Stress Factory always sells out.
It's not sold
but
out.
it will sell out.
I wouldn't be here if the tickets
Believe me,
were selling.
we know that, but it will sell out.
It will not, and it's small. I'm working my way down.
I would go to the Stress Factory just to watch Gallagher finally lose his mind.
The tickets were selling.
All right, with that, we got to take a break. Opie and Anthony, stay there.
We're back as Opie makes his way back into the studio. We're back with my new favorite person alive, Gallagher, who I have been enjoying on this show with all of you, and then chit-chatting in break.
It's so refreshing to see an honesty that you just don't see, especially in
I want
in
to work on a joke about this Lou Pearlman that they caught in Malaysia, ran away with the $300 million. He's already making all the money on the Backstreet Boys, and he's got to cheat his investors. But there's got to be a joke here. He went to Malaysia, which is, of course, a back street, and where you can buy boys. Ask Michael. There's got to be a joke. And they caught him in Guam, right? Because Malaysia kicked him out. That's got to be a real insult that even Malaysia didn't want.
He's going to jail for how long?
25 years.
25 years, the boy band
he'll
creator.
Die, because he's older already. I mean, he ain't going to last this. But he was in Orlando, and why did he have to cheat? I mean, it's just like Spitzer. Just shut up about the prostitutes, or figure out a way of getting it off without everybody knowing, you idiot. I can't. You know, wouldn't need the word stupid if it wasn't for people. I never see animals do a stupid. You ever see a dog like just walk into a wall because he ain't watching? Or you ever drop something next to a table and you reach down to pick it up and hit your face on the table? I mean, it's just. I see people pick stuff out of their teeth, look at it, and put it back in their mouth. I mean, the object was to get it out of. I think this is why the flying saucers don't land. They can smell stupid. Somehow they've got some ray that can tell. They hover over the cities, and then they notice a traffic jam made of off-road vehicles. Why, if you can drive anywhere, would you stay in the line of traffic, you schmucks? You know, I mean, why get a four-wheel drive and stay on? And they always have a name like they go off-road, Pathfinder or Caravan, and they're going to the Yukon or something even more out there, Tacoma. You know, or Tahoe. I don't think you should put hoe on the outside of your truck. I think hoe goes in your truck.
Well, hoe gets out as soon as you pay her. She leaves something on the side of the inside of the window.
And he also has a problem with like getting free furniture and stuff. Well, what's the problem with getting free furniture where you don't have to pay for a while?
It's not honest. I'm just saying these advertisements are pretending they're your friend, and they're not your friend. You know, 0%. You're going to pay one way or another. They're just making you think you got something. How can you stay in business if you're a schmuck and you don't charge right?
How about you don't pay for a year?
I don't get that. I absolutely don't understand who pays the interest on it and just provoke a sale. I don't get it. I mean, what do you get back if they don't pay? You get a rug they've walked on for a year? That's a good idea. I mean, you got to get your money down. I don't see how that works. I'm not complaining. I mean, it sounds great for the average person. Average people need a break in this town. My cab driver complained when I got in. I said, I'm going on the radio. He says, tell him there used to be a building over here with a $15 room, and now it's a hotel, and there's no place for us to stay. Imagine $15 a night for a room in New York. Well, I got out of the train at Madison Square Garden, which of course is round and shouldn't be called. Sure. And I went across to the Afina Hotel. I got their last room. It's next to the service elevator, so that thing grinds all night. It's a tiny little room, $200, which I thought I was getting screwed till I went on Central Park South here. It's $800. Yeah, I stayed at the Empire. It was $400. But
you're on average, it's about $400 a night to stay in Manhattan in a hotel.
Well, I stayed here because it was close to here, and I needed to be here in the morning. You guys cost me $200.
Oh, look at it's the big birthday cake.
Wow, look at this.
Oh boy,
Gallagher, I'm sorry to interrupt your somebody's birthday.
No, it makes a lot of sense to talk about vitamins and then have a cake full of sugar.
Yeah. Why is there how many cakes are there?
This is a wonderful tradition.
Wonderful
celebrating your living a long time by dying. Put this in your artery.
Wait, why is there so many? How many birthdays are we celebrating?
One. Everybody loves you.
Oh, Kenny.
That one's nice. Huh? Why do we have 3 birthday cakes? Hey, Gallagher, do me a favor and smash one of these birthday cakes with your mallet. I'm serious.
I do every night.
I'm serious.
I bring people on stage who have a birthday, and I smash a cake in their face and give them a memory. You know, when you die, your life flashes before your eyes. Yeah. I want to be there.
You want to be one of those moments.
We got to smash one of these cakes.
Well, you won't be able
which
to
one?
clean it up. Sugar, the frosting just smears when you try to clean it. And
Not
it
that
just-
one. That's the good one. Oh, why?
What?
How does
I had to blow out one of the cake. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
See, he's
Thank
Gallagher
you.
knows stains.
Yeah.
He knows carpet stains.
Well, get one.
No, that one that smears the icing. Blood, very hard to get out.
Hey,
I do know.
Kenny, put one of these cakes in front of him. I want to tempt him. Not the good one. I know which one was the
What
good
do you
one.
mean tempt him?
What?
Yeah, what
That's
is
the
it?
good one.
No, good one's away.
The good one's away.
I'm not a nut. You already said
Yeah.
I'm smart.
Let's come on.
Very smart.
It doesn't smash on the floor.
Yeah, you got to get it up.
The reason
Yeah,
that
let's get the damn.
you got to
thing.
get it up. Now we're talking.
Gotta be elevated.
You
Gallagher-
don't want to smash a cake in a room full of electronics. I'm
Do you
telling
understand how
Right
much
now.
of a mess that's going to make?
Well, yeah.
I'm going to put it right by me.
Well, you
That's
better
good.
get it on. You better get it on video there. You only got one shot at this.
You've got sides on it.
Why are you? I thought you
Well,
didn't want
so
to.
it's
What are you
flat.
doing? Oh boy.
Well, I'm just making a video. If you're just gonna. Plus, it's not tall enough. You'd need to fold this in half to really do it.
What is he doing?
He's
You're
folding that cake. He knows
He
what he's
just
doing.
folded my cake in half. What are you
That's
doing,
how
Gallagher?
you smash it.
Do you still smoke? Do you smoke pot?
No, I had a heart attack in the year 2000. Have you ever seen me on my videos?
Yeah, of
I was
course.
stoned. There is no video of me straight. I do not exist, except this video now. I didn't smoke. I quit smoking when I almost died. When you almost die, you change your lifestyle.
How bad was the heart attack?
Well, it's near death. That's what happens with a heart attack.
But you got a lot of energy. It looks like you're doing the right thing.
Well,
taking
you
care
never
of
know.
yourself.
It's plumbing. You're fine until it clogs, and then you need a plumber.
Right.
And you have to pay him $50,000 to clean your artery. You know what they do when you have a heart attack? They give you a blood thinner, then they cut a major artery.
Yeah.
This is how smart they are at the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
But of course, they woke me up and told me it was time for my sleeping pill. So I knew I wasn't with the smartest people.
Well, once you, it would be an honor.
It is not an honor. You
It
will
would be an honor. It's
never
my
be able to
birthday,
clean
and
it
Gallagher is
up.
smashing my cake. This is great.
We don't care.
We don't care. We don't have to clean this up. Uh-oh, Gallagher. Hold on. Here we go. He's picking up the mallet. Hold on. You better get a good shot of this. What? I don't want.
Hold on.
Hold on.
E-Rock,
E-Rock.
happy birthday.
No.
Stan's cake.
Stan's cake.
Dan, please.
Dan, you want in?
Yes, he does. Neil.
Because it is Dan's birthday, too.
Dan does not want to do this.
Wait, you might want to get the other side. I don't know. How do we film this for you, Gallagher? We got a birthday cake. Than celebrated his 30th birthday last weekend. It's my birthday tomorrow. Gallagher's setting up the smashing of the birthday cake. This is unbelievable, everybody.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he's trying to cover up stuff in the studio. Why are we covering things up?
Kneel down.
All right, kneel down.
Watch out, Mike.
Wait, Gallagher. Wait.
I'm gonna hit you in the tits. It's a split
Whoa.
here.
All right, wait, Gallagher, hold on.
Open your mouth, Than, please.
Wait, should we get the... Wait. Sit on the do you have a good shot of this? He's only going to do it once.
He's got it.
Happy
All right.
birthday to you.
Dan is
Safe to say there's cake everywhere.
Wow, you really
everywhere.
And he just ate
And now he's eating cake off Than's.
He's eating it off of Than's stomach.
Oh, boy. And now he's got cake all over his face. Gallagher's going to be at the Stress Factory this weekend.
732-545-4242.
One more.
Oh, is he...
He's insane, this Gallagher.
Right.
2 shows tonight, Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Sunday.
What if I hadn't brought the hammer in?
Well, I don't think you go anywhere without it, right? There's cake everywhere. I mean, everywhere.
Look at the couch. The couch.
Why are you sitting in the cake there, Gallagher?
I'm sitting in a place where there's not cake.
There's cake everywhere.
Here's a little pile for you. Come on. Already a mess. That's when you can make a mess. When there is a mess. Come on, hit this.
Right.
Hit this. It won't go far, and it'll be fun. Come on.
I don't know how to break things, Gallagher.
There's some on the floor, too. We should scoop that up.
Yeah. What? Look, you're wasting. good cake. It's all over the rug.
That's why the French don't like me. We sent my act over to France, and they didn't like the fact that I was ruining food. They're screwed up people.
Gallagher is just covered in cake. The
That's
studio's
enough right there.
Wow, the cake went all the way over there.
Nice pile of cake.
Let's do this. Hey, you do it. I'll kneel. Come on.
All right, Gallagher.
Fan.
All right, Fan gets to smash the rest of the cake into Gallagher's face. Please smash his skull. Put him out of his misery.
Don't pussy out.
All right, here we go. Fan is smashing the rest of the cake. Oh my God! He got him good.
How you doing? Riley, can it?
You're a lunatic.
I am not.
You're insane.
People have a stupid life.
Yeah.
They don't have fun.
Yeah. You're having fun, it looks like.
Before me, Shamu didn't splash nobody. Just laid there wallowing. What about Blue Man Group? They saw me. What about Core, Insane Clown Posse? Every amusement park in America has a splash ride.
What would happen if we took the ketchup over there and smashed that there, Gallagher? What? Now we're not having fun all of a sudden? What happened?
Yeah, we can smash anything that's gooey. Water goes out flat, gooey goes up.
Show me how you smash ketchup.
Ketchup goes straight out the hole.
All right. E-Rock, get in front of the ketchup. Yes.
It might take off like a rocket.
This is what I want for my birthday.
This is Opie's birthday present.
That's right. This is what I want for my birthday.
Take the top off.
All right, take the top off.
I smacked a mouthwash and it took off like a rocket. I'm being sued by a guy with the word twist on his forehead.
Gallagher's getting the ketchup. Well, that's your
but
problem.
that's because I'm 60 years old.
You're 60?
Yeah.
God bless you, man.
I don't have any testosterone now. Being 60 years old and looking at a woman is like driving by McDonald's when you're not hungry and you kind of wish you were. But I'm full. It won't go. You know, it won't. No, I know it.
Oh, why don't you open it, Tim?
Hey, get the knife and cut the top of the plastic.
Boy, now there's knives involved. This is a problem.
I know it. One day, I usually cut a hole in the middle of the cake and put something gooey in it, like chocolate syrup, so it sticks to their faces better. And the other day, I left the knife on the table when I smacked it, and we couldn't find the knife. It was in the third row. I can't believe it cost me $1,000 a night for insurance, and this is why.
That's sweet. All right.
Okay.
This is for my birthday, E-Rock. E-Rock, get in front of the ketchup, Yes, this is all I want for my birthday. I don't need gifts. I don't need birthday cake. Hold on. We got Gallagher. He's going to be at the Stress Factory, New Brunswick, New Jersey, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, don't get that.
Oh, get in front.
Don't get
Get
on your
knees.
I'm going to hit the balloons on the window.
Oh, he's going to try to hit the balloons on the window with the
please
ketchup.
go through the...
All right.
Game over.
Game over.
Get the balloons on the window.
Game over.
The whole pedestal broke.
Dude, everyone
smashed the whole pedestal that everything was sitting on.
Get me down. Game over.
Medic.
What the hell?
Oh, Jesus.
What the...
Oh,
there's crap everywhere.
Great.
And he did hit the window with the ketchup.
He's the thinker.
Yeah.
Sitting on the remains of the pedestal.
Oh, they're going to make us get a cleaning crew for the studio. We're so screwed. Did you get that?
Ended up over there?
Yeah.
On the computer?
Look, I'm covered in stuff. Gallagher, you're insane.
Now, my opinion of politics.
Yes, sir.
And the world's condition and the poor people.
I want to thank Stuntbrain for coming up with the Gallagher ruining the studio bit. So blame Stuntbrain.
Whose idea was this?
Blame Stuntbrain. Hey, do we have one more thing over there?
It is completely...
What could you possibly smash now that's going to make it worse?
I can't smash it on anything. I've ruined the smasher table.
Yeah, the smasher table is ruined. Hey,
no, you don't want to do cottage cheese. The little balls just roll over. You can't clean them up.
Right.
But it is cool when the curds fly, just like on the news.
I would love you to take the mallet to the entire table over there. Of goodness.
Oh, Steve's shaking his head no.
Steve,
how are we
going to
clean this place?
You just serve it slower.
How do you clean this
cake in here, doesn't it?
There's crap everywhere.
It's not crap. It's a birthday cake and some ketchup.
This was an honor.
Look at that couch
Tim, you got
Wow.
some?
No.
Oh, okay. You're just amazed?
I'm amazed.
Tim, clean up, please.
Did any of the
I want to
equipment
do
get
the
ruined?
Burt Reynolds.
Why is he?
Gallagher has no shirt on.
Oh, yeah, he's laying in the cake and ketchup that is on the couch.
Burt Reynolds.
Hold on.
What is wrong with this guy?
Man. Rules.
Yeah,
He's laying
Gallagher.
without a shirt.
Gallagher
in cake
does
on
rule.
the sofa here.
Well, I only did half of the Burt Reynolds. The other half was pantyhose. Hey, what happened to pantyhose? You don't see that anymore.
Yeah, well, thank God, right? Huh?
Burt Reynolds was naked, though. He was naked.
No, he had on pantyhose.
Did he really?
That was the reason.
He put his hand between his legs. He did the centerfold in Cosmo years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And he put his hand between his legs to cover up. Joe Namath.
What was
put on the
obviously
pantyhose.
smaller than a handful.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, Joe Namath did the pantyhose.
Oh, Joe Namath. I got
Yeah.
him mixed up with that with Burt Reynolds.
That'll happen.
Burt Reynolds was naked.
I'm 60.
Yeah.
That looked like this Bruder film.
Did we
ketchup going off?
Did we talk about everything?
Oh, there's nothing. What else are we going to cover? I mean,
Yeah.
you really are insane, dude. The Stress Factory.
I am not.
They're lucky to have
Friday,
you.
Saturday, Sunday.
It makes sense to have fun. It releases endorphins when you laugh. My videos were used in cancer research, and the doctors came to my show, and they said, we discovered that watching your videos released endorphins and helped the body to fight cancer, and we're using it in heart research now. And I said, well, I had a heart attack. And they said, well, you don't laugh at your jokes.
It's hard to take you serious. I mean, you got barely any clothes on. You got cake all over yourself. You're sitting in ketchup. What are you trying to say, Gallagher? What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that you can take a man with cake on his nose seriously.
Okay, well. Sam,
It is an intelligent decision to laugh.
Do us a
We're
favor.
the only animal that laughs. I think we shouldn't think things are so damn important.
Do us a favor. We secretly hate Vinny at the Stress Factory.
Yeah.
No, actually, we want to do
I'm
this
going to
because
knock his phone off of the wall.
Oh, yes, please do that.
Because what's on stage is seen all the time you're doing your act. That's why I hate these comics that have to have a stool and a bottle of water. How sissy. George Burns was 90 years old and sucking a cigar, and the sumbitch didn't need a drink while he did
Jimmy,
his
get rid of
act.
the water
How
bottle immediately.
presumptuous to think
Jimmy,
you can take a sip and hydrate. Oh, you need to hydrate. You know how dehydrating comedy is.
Now you're making fun of our little Jimmy Norton, who just filmed an HBO show
You
last
do
night.
not get thirsty. You're
I do.
a slave to trends and fashion, and you think it's a tradition to have the damn
Slave
thing
to
there.
trends. I'm wearing a Kiss shirt.
Is
What are
there
you talking
bricks
about?
behind the? Is there bricks on the wall? Do you do comedy in front of bricks,
Well, if
like
that's
the
what's there.
improv?
Yeah.
Oh, cripes!
What are we going to do? Tell them to redesign?
Bricks and a bottle of water and a stool.
Thomas Overbeck from Dallas writes, let's take a picture to remember the day we spilled the ketchup.
We take pictures at my show. I invite everybody to bring their cameras, and then I teach them how to use them. When you take a picture, make the face big. Everybody pays a lot for one of those big chips, and then you don't hardly use it. The damn face is tiny, tiny. Then they say, I can zoom in. It makes it grainy, you schmucks. You learn to use your camera before you hand it to a stranger to take a picture with a celebrity. I'm so sick and tired of grinning while they learn how to use it. I'm tired. I'm just tired.
You're
By
too
the
old
end-
for that crap,
But
right?
people need to have some memories. They need to have a decent life. That's why I want to make the family reunion things. People are having a stupid life. Buildings are the set for the scenes of our lives. And we need to give people a dramatic life.
Ooh. Oh, with that, we got to say thanks.
No, I can-
thanks for
I can get out
Gallagher
there.
to stop and what?
No, my words of wisdom for everyone is you don't fry bacon naked. A lot of people don't know that. Well, I guess you learn it.
A lot of people,
You know, people say that cleanliness is next to godliness. I looked it up in the dictionary. Goggles is actually next to godliness. Cleanliness is next to claustrophobia and cleavage. You know, they say to eat before you go to the grocery store. That way you don't buy so much. Well, that don't work with the liquor store. If you go there drunk, you buy everything they got. I own 2 little liquor stores near my house.
Yeah.
I get them to turn the lights down. They always have the lights too bright.
Well, I don't know what else to say.
Isn't it time to go to one of the commercials that's hiding the fact that you're really paying a lot of money with some...
We're actually ending the show,
The
Gal.
show is over.
Yeah, we got to
Gotta
find
get
someone to clean up this mess.
But
hey, that's the next guy's problem.
That's that's how we always have looked at it. You're right. You're so
really
right.
We walk away from this.
We walk away from
That's
the destruction we caused.
Well, usually you don't do anything visual on the radio.
Well, we do a lot of visuals.
Yeah.
Because we understand the internet, and your video will be up on our sites, and
I love the
it'll be
internet.
viewed
Isn't
like
it fun?
crazy.
I'm
Sure.
working on 2 new websites. One's called Smash My Face. When somebody irritates you, you take their picture, you send it to Smash My Face, you mutilate it there, put it back in your camera, and show the person what you'd like to do to them physically, but you only do to them virtually. And I need some people, artists and code writers, to help to fill this thing out. And my other one is called the Dance Pyramid, where you take a video of yourself dancing and put it on this pyramid, and people vote on it, and you work your way to the top. And I think that could be some fun too. I'm cutting edge. I'm
He's
with the
always
kids.
thinking.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm in there. I'm going to make. I know millions on that slot machine idea. As soon as the people at Caesar's Palace Harrah's gives me a call.
Hey.
Don't make me go to MGM. Don't make me go to MGM.
Sam, what do you got?
It was just. There's ketchup all over the window that's all the way across the room.
Oh, I know.
But people
That's
clean
what he was trying to
windows.
do.
Who's going to clean the desk side here? And there's oil in sugar frosting. That's
Yeah.
what the problem is.
That's going to be a problem.
But
huh?
we
knows a
could
lot
get some
about,
rats with big tongues.
He knows a lot about cleaning up things. What happens?
Because I usually end up cleaning. The crew comes in and they're sissies. They don't just dig in and get it done. Damn it. And so I end up cleaning the theaters also because I do a good job, whether it's make the mess or clean it up. I do a good job.
I
I'm
hope
a
you
little hard
destroy the Stress Factory this weekend.
yeah. Just wreck
I'm
the
supposed to
joint.
avoid stress, and I'm working at the stress factory.
Yeah, exactly.
Really? That's
How long
not-
ago did you have a heart attack?
I had it in the year 2000 when I was suing my brother because he wouldn't stop what I said he could do to begin with, and decided to hook up with a bunch of cheaters that was advertising him as the real Gallagher and saying I was in drug rehab, and I wasn't in
Well, he
drug
looked
rehab.
just like you, too. That was
No,
one thing,
he
too.
didn't.
But to
I
people,
meet
he
a
did.
guy in my audience every night that looks more like me than my brother. We had the same parents. That's why he had a resemblance.
So he was going out as you, and you
But
were
I
just doing
told him to because I was trying to stop Carrot Top from doing a smashing act in the clubs because I was afraid that he was going to start that, because he was
'Cause you were doing
copying me in every other way. Striped shirt, a microphone around his neck, a box full of props.
You were
I
doing
get it.
and you were doing theater, so you wanted to make sure in the club atmosphere that
I got so many jokes.
yeah.
Why couldn't more people enjoy my comedy? All my brother had to do was say my jokes, and they get a laugh.
So why did
Your
it go
knees
so
bent the
bad?
other way. What would a chair look like? What makes Teflon stick to the pan? Why does Net Zero cost $9.95?
Why? What? Yeah, exactly. What happened? What went wrong with your brother?
He got with some promoters that decided that the $12 ticket was giving away the fact that it wasn't me. And if they charged $22, then people would assume it was me. Then they played the music before the show loud so people couldn't talk and tell each other that it wasn't me. And then they had the credit cards in the lobby and had the people sign their credit card before they went in, so they felt as though there was no way they could get their money back. And that's not what I've done all my life. I've been a friend of my fans and give them the real thing. I give a long show. If you'll sit there, I'll do 3 hours.
So your brother, you had to sue him. Why? He just didn't want to stop. He got addicted to the money.
Well, he's just another stupid human. All he had to do was listen to me. Instead, it cost me $200,000. I could have put all 3 of his kids through college. Instead, he decides to be an idiot, and now his kids are stupid, and he doesn't have a job. That made a lot of sense.
And your family sided with him. Why did the family side with him and not you?
That's where he got the stupidity. The question is, how did a smart guy come from 2 stupid people? Do you ever notice this real tall guy and he has 2 short parents? Well, that's what happened. Somehow, I don't know.
So you don't talk to your parents or your brother?
No, but I have millions and millions of fans, and so I'd much rather have people who love me than have to put up with people that just I'm related to. I mean, I don't care.
Right, you don't miss your family?
No, I dealt with them for years and years. I'm done. If you don't act right, I don't need to hang around you.
The music is playing, which means they're going to cut us off. But one of my favorite bookings.
Oh my God! Please come back soon.
Long time.
Please come back soon. Are you going to be in New York for a while?
No, nobody likes me. If I was doing a show, I just did one at Gramercy, and like 25 people showed up. They don't care about me. It's all Koreans and foreigners.
You're going to sell out at the Stress Factory. I'm telling you. You're going to sell the shows out.
Yeah, Stress Factory, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Vinny's really lucky to have you. I'm telling you right now.
He's losing the phone.
And now,
he's going to knock the phone off the wall.
Who needs
this
a
weekend.
payphone now? Anyway, everybody's got a cell phone.
And now I'm thinking we
don't need public libraries.
Now I'm thinking we need to get him on
the internet.
I'm thinking we need to get him on the virus tour this summer. Can you imagine Gallagher in front of our animals?
Oh my God.